Check, check, check. And welcome back, everyone, to Conversation with Marvelous. Before I introduce my co-host, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And I want to apologize for not announcing in advance that I wasn't going to be here on Sunday. I was actually out of town. I was actually in Denver, okay, and had a good time out there. We'll get a little bit into that. But, yeah, and we're going to start doing a little bit more shows on the road and a little bit more podcasting at venues, at concerts and stuff like that soon. So, and I forgot to turn off my phone. But anyways, other than that, I want to thank everybody in the live chat, everybody who's commenting, everybody who's liking, everybody who's disliking, everybody who's criticizing. It doesn't matter. You guys are still watching. So much love and respect to all of you guys. And other than that, I want to thank my team for being here. I want to thank everyone. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it with Conversations with Marvelous. Marvelous, I have a question. No, I'm only
go for it.
No, I'm only playing. So first and foremost, how are you doing today? I know that the weather's crazy right now.
It's super hot, bro. Yeah. I'm doing good, though. Thank you for asking.
So why are you so covered and look at the way I am?
Fuck, I don't know. You're always at the gym, bro. You live at the gym.
Well, no, I'm saying like, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I took a nap before and I woke up like in a puddle of sweat, bro. And I just had to take another damn shower. So I always suggest that you should take at least 2 showers a day. So,
hey, going to the gym, do you do that ice bath?
No, but a lot of people ask me about that because you know who made that popular, believe it or not, at least in my opinion, Joe Rogan.
Oh, all right.
And he does that every morning. And you know who, Esteban Oriol even told me the same thing, that's what he does.
Oh, for real? Wow.
Yeah, he said he had to turn vegan because I guess how his body is, because he's got like weak knees, I guess. So he had to do that, and he does the ice thing, whatever. Honestly, bro, I don't think I can do that.
No?
No, I don't think I can do that. Have you tried it yet?
I think you could do it. I done it one time.
How did you like it?
It was like shocking, bro.
Was it exhilarating?
Yeah, but you do feel like you feel brand new, like when you do get out of there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I like going into the sauna and getting all the nasty, what is that word I'm looking for? That the toxins out of your body.
Yeah.
And sometimes I like going into the steam room. But either or, I like it. Some people are against going into the sauna, said it's not good for you because your pores are open, and then you walk outside. I get that part, but I don't walk right outside immediately. I bundle up.
Yeah.
But after a good workout, I do believe sauna or steam room is good. Steam room, especially if you want to lose water weight. Because a lot of times people can be overweight, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you got a bunch of shit in your gut. It's a lot of times you could just be carrying a lot of water.
So what do you recommend is a good time for a person to go into the sauna or use it?
I do it at least 10 to 15 minutes after every workout.
Oh, well, all right.
After every workout. I think it's good to clean out your pores. And especially because I've met people that have told me, Tone, I never sweat. If you can believe that, I've known people that have told me I get hot, but I never sweat. They go in there, the pores open up, but I don't recommend no more than 15 minutes. I know dudes that say 30 minutes, and I don't get that, but oh well. But the steam room, now go in there, stretch out, get all that water weight out. I feel good, but you walked out soaked.
If Norbies were to go in there, you think all that Diablo sauce will come out?
Yes. I truly recommended it to him, but he just said no. Yeah, he might start licking himself like a fat cat. So anyway, he said no. I added the fat. He didn't say that. But anyways, other than that, you know what? Today is Wednesday. How has your week been going so far? I know you tattoo pretty much every day.
Every day.
Every day. Any new interesting tattoos lately? Stories?
Not really. No, not really. Yeah, I tattoo every day. Nothing new. People just, you know what? Again, I've done a handful of cover-ups of names and I always ask people, like, are you sure you want to get each other's name on it? You know? And like a week later, bro, they break up. It's like it's cursed or something like that.
Well, you know what I think it is? Well, let me ask this in a form of a question.
Yeah.
Do you think people date each other because maybe one of the other's trending?
I do believe that, yeah.
Like right now, Marvelous, everybody's talking about him. He may be the guy.
I don't know what's up with people, bro. Like it's like they have a whole misconception about what real love is, you know? Like
yeah. No, it's true.
Not cool.
It's true. Can a young person today find love today?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
On the internet or off the internet?
I think it's possible to find love on the internet, but if you really get to know that person, not just judge them by, or like I say, if it was a girl, like she looks like she's fine,
Right.
her attitude, the minute she opens her mouth, it's all garbage, like,
Yeah.
But I think you just gotta really get to know somebody, like.
Yeah. Okay. Well, over the weekend, I was in Denver, Colorado, and on Saturday, I flew in on Saturday. I DJ'd that night. Okay. I usually DJ like in downtown Colorado, but this time I did a club on the outskirts of Colorado. The next day, I didn't leave till Monday. The next day, the guy who hires me is a guy named Jesse Hernandez. Let me give a shout out to Jesse Hernandez, the promoter out there. And I usually hang out with him. He takes me to eat, whatever. He gets me the room, takes good care of me. He said, let's go to this event. It's about an hour away from here. Like, all right, cool. It was a car show, kind of like a car show / concert. And I get there. You know who's performing there?
Who?
Magic Girl.
What?
Yes, she had a show out there, but it was about an hour away. So let me give a shout out to Magic Girl. She performed. She did a great job. She had a lot of people. I was there for about an hour.
That's right.
She had a lot of people there. She was giving away hats. She was selling merch, selling USBs of her music and a bunch of shit, bro. So
that's dope.
She had a nice fan base out there.
Yeah.
So and that's a good thing because, like I said, DJ Dominator, and herself are working on her album. She's doing the majority of the production. A lot of people don't know that. And when it drops at the right time, we're gonna drop the first single first, and then premiere it here on video, and then release the album eventually.
Well, that's dope. I hope she blows up, bro.
Yeah, she's gonna do really, really good. So other than that, like I said, I got back on Monday, and it was just a terrible, terrible delay on getting back. The airport was horrible, but I made it home. I'm here, and that's the reason why we didn't have a show on Sunday.
Is there a specific flight that you take, or like what do you call it?
Airline?
Yeah, airline.
I usually try to fly United.
Have you ever had drama like you see on the internet? Like,
No. Only one time we were flying into Chicago, and it was one of the worst turbulences I've ever had, bro. I mean, I'm talking about, okay, there's turbulence when the plane's like this, okay? But this plane was going like this, like it felt like we were dropping 20 feet every time. And there was an old man there. He just kept going, woo, woo, yeah. But what was pissing everybody off, that turbulence lasted for about 30, 40 minutes, bro.
Damn.
Like that rough. And he was like, it's going down. Let's go.
Hell no.
And then finally some brother stood up and told him, shut the fuck up or I'm going to fuck you up.
Damn.
And the old man kind of like, assault. He didn't even touch him. But yeah, that was probably about the only time. But other than that, I've never witnessed anything
crazy
like that. But what about you? Have you flown a lot?
I only flew one time. I was like 14 years old. I flew to Sacramento.
Okay.
That was it. It wasn't like a long flight or nothing.
I got to renew my passport, but when I do, and I encourage you to get your passport so that way we can go to Mexico because I know how to get some good tickets to go into La Capital, El DF.
All right.
So that way we can go. Maybe we'll take Norby's with us.
Yeah.
But he's going to have to take his own Diablo sauce because I definitely ain't paying for that. But other than that, before we get into our questions, my thing to you was, have you seen any good movies lately? Because I have.
I haven't, man. I've been waiting for like something to drop. I'm waiting for the new Beetlejuice 2 to drop. I seen they're filming that already. I just heard rumors about the Apocalypto 2. I want to see that.
How true is that? Do you know if that's real?
Yeah, they say it's real. Like he's really they're making it. So I'm waiting for that.
Okay. Is it Mel Gibson? Do you know?
Yeah.
Oh wow. All right. Okay. I'm a big time Indiana Jones fan. Okay.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I wanted to see that.
Okay, I seen it.
Yeah.
Okay, I seen it, and I was a bit disappointed.
That's what I heard.
Because Indiana Jones doesn't use CGI.
Yeah.
And they use a lot of it here. And two things that I found very, very intriguing because, I think it's George Lucas behind this.
Yeah.
But they teamed up now with Disney. Okay. At first, it looks like it's about the dagger that stabbed Jesus in the side. Okay. And then they find out that it's fake. And then it like moves into another part, the dial of destiny, which is a time machine, if you will, I guess gadget. There's two pieces that go together, and then you turn it a certain way, and then it opens up a portal for you to go back in time.
Ooh.
And I'm not gonna give, I guess, spoil it for people, but it's weird because you do see them going inside this portal. And when they go on the other side, you see the portal still open, and they only have a certain amount of time to get back. That I found very intriguing. But overall, I'm used to hearing dun 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 dun.
And that'll play it.
They might have played a little portion of it in the very beginning, and I was just like, okay, it's cool. I want to like it because I'm a huge Indiana Jones fan, but that was the only thing. So, having said that, and knowing that it's about time travel, I know we talked about it before.
Yeah.
Do you believe in time travel?
I really don't, bro, but I do believe factually that they could open portals. I do know that. Yeah, I believe that. The time traveling thing, man, it's hard to speak on that, bro, because then it would be like, you're kind of like, I don't know if it would be going against the Most High of God or whatever. Like, why would He let you go back in time?
Yeah.
Why would you have that? Then that would dismiss the whole idea of there is a God. But then you see, like, I was watching this video, or it was actually a documentary. I forgot what it was called too. And they show this old lady. I think it was in the 1920s or 30s, and she's walking, and she has it looks like a cell phone, and she's on her cell phone, and she's talking, and you can see her. They zoom in, and she's talking, like. What, was there fucking cell phones back then?
Yeah.
I know there was a lot of technology, but
Well, I know I'm not a big Trekkie. When I say Trekkie, meaning Star Trek guy.
Yeah.
They had things that looked like cell phones back then.
Yeah.
So was the idea of that already out back then?
Right. Oh, and that remember the Tyson fight? There's somebody in the audience with a cell phone.
Oh, yeah.
Or they're taking a picture or something.
Yeah. People were saying that it was a cell phone.
I think it was. I don't know what it was on, because then it went. They showed a video of a lot of the times that the president has spoken, and you see an audience right there, and they're saying how it's CGI, it's not really people, and they're like, everybody's like right there, and they're asking him questions, and he's right there in front of the White House, and you see a bunch of people like posting up their cell phone, but every screen is blank. There's nobody really with their phones on. It's like, it's fake,
Okay. Well, I will still ask you. I will still to watch that Destiny of Dio, or the Dio of Destiny.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones. Now, I know they're going to make another one because at the very end they give a clue. Okay. Now, Thursday, when it was it Sunday you went live. Sunday.
Yeah.
This past Sunday you went live on your page. Okay. And make sure you guys put his page on the live chat because tomorrow you'll be going live again, if I'm correct, 8 p.m.?
Correct.
Okay, you're going to be going live. Now, I know me and you had talked that your channel is just not going to be just phone calls and questions. Eventually, you're going to get into the whole teaching thing.
Correct.
And eventually, I believe you're going to be showing tattooing and stuff like that. So different facets of Marvelous.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys be looking for that, and make sure you guys definitely go check out his page tomorrow. As soon as the flyer's done, I'll post it up as well. It's on Marvelous Minds. Minds ends with a Z. Marvelous Minds with a Z. So it should be on there. And then also the SKANLESS tour page. Make sure you guys put that on the live chat, because that's the page that I'm gonna be using to promote my up and coming shows with High C and our dates, so you guys can follow us there, because we're gonna start doing some shows again. I'm gonna be bringing him back soon to promote our up and coming show in Arizona, which, by the way, is already sold out. So I'm thankful for that. But other than that, we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. So tomorrow, once again, 8 p.m. on Marvelous Minds. If you guys have any questions, you guys want to ask him or just watch or whatever he wants to share, he's going to be there. Now, do you plan to eventually, when you do the phone calls, to have any kind of guests with you?
Yeah, I do. The main thing, like these little conversations, that's cool. Like I'm with it, but my main goal is to have like lectures on certain subjects I want to speak about.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to ask you. I want to ask you about something that I posted up a while ago.
Right.
And maybe we'll nitpick some of these statements here. Okay. I posted something up, and somebody wrote me a nasty message. Why I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's called This Generation, and it says constructive criticism, hating. So what this is saying is, for this generation, when you give them constructive criticism, this this generation will get away with saying,
he's hating.
He's just hating.
Right.
Okay. Showing feelings, they see it as weak if you show feelings. Okay. Now we're talking about social media. 2K followers, celebrity. Okay.
For real.
Plastic tits and ass, IG model.
Yeah. For real.
IG model. You don't know how many girls, and I'm sure you come across them too, that tell you they're a model.
All the time, Tony. All the time.
You know, and believe me, just by us bringing this up, people will say that we're mocking them. No, I'm just trying to understand it.
Yeah.
You know, because back then you had to have an agency.
Yeah.
You had to have somebody representing you. You did appear in magazines. You did appear, you know.
You had natural beauty.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to be beautiful. Like, you use a filter. Now, back then, a model had to be like, what, over 5'10"?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, now they're like all shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
You got, you know, and it's in every genre, though. The rap game, like, you don't have to be a rapper. You don't have to write poetry. You don't even have to rhyme. It's all mumbling on a dope-ass beat, and people think they like the song, but it's like they like the beat.
Because no talent is the new talent today.
Yeah. Look at Drake. How many songs did Drake steal? He takes all kinds of lyrics.
And he still hasn't paid a lot of those guys for that.
Jacked up.
Okay, so being a side chick is an accomplishment.
Huh.
Yeah, and I've known quite a few of them, okay? Likes on social media, value.
Oh, right.
You know, and this is what gets me, because I had this one, I don't even want to refer to her as a female, but I think you know who I'm talking about, that told me one day that if I lost my Instagram, I lost everything. Wow. So this person literally found value on her fake 20K followers.
Yeah.
Because I knew she paid for them.
Yeah.
You know, but she said, if I lose this, I lose everything.
That's sad, man.
It's very, very sad that this is this generation. Mm-hmm. So the next one is a compliment, text, or DM. He's thirsty. You know, and it's sad because at the gym, there's a lot of young girls that work there. When I say young, they're in their 20s.
Yeah.
I hate going up to these girls because you could say, excuse me, how many more sets do you have? Uh-huh. Because you want to use the machine. Uh-huh. I got a boyfriend. Well, good for her or him.
Yeah.
You know, but I just want to need to get in here, whatever. So I don't even bother.
Yeah.
Okay. The word friend today really means nothing. Today really means nothing. Okay. Scamming, it's a success. If you could scam somebody out of their money. I know somebody that got scammed out of $85,000. Another guy that got scammed from $8,000, all by the same person. Damn. And this person has a history of doing this. And to him, he's successful.
Wow.
And just as of recently, this woman's been putting him on blast, and he doesn't like it. He recently went on a podcast and threatened her.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And loyalty, is there loyalty today? Because I don't think there's any loyalty.
I don't think there is, bro. I really don't.
You know, one thing I want to say is this, Marvelous. Look, I consider you a friend. But one thing I will never, ever do, and I need people to understand this. Say one day, hypothetically, you tell me, you know what, Tony, and again, it's a hypothetical scenario. You know what? I cheated on my wife 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Okay. With some girl named Gretchen. Nancy, we'll give her a better name. Okay, cool. That's something you trusted me with.
Right.
That's something that I should take to the grave with me, because that's between me and you.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what, Tony? I stole this money from this guy at work. Okay. Say now we have a fallout for some reason.
Yeah.
You sure you're ready for your wife to find out about Gretchen?
Damn.
What kind of person does that, bro?
A person that was never your friend the whole time, bro. Like they're just socializing with you for the benefit of their gain.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You dare me to tip off your coworker that you took his money? That type of shit, bro.
Yeah.
There's no more loyalty. There's no more loyalty. And it sucks. So I consider it a benefit or a blessing when I can call someone a friend.
Yeah.
You know, so anyways, other than that, before we jump into the questions, anything you care to bring up?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
I mean, because I know we last time, the reason why I want to jump into it is because the last time that we took our questions, I still had a lot of questions left.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Yeah.
For Tony and Marv, how do you guys think the world would be if we didn't have religion? Okay. Would there be peace on earth or still the same? And greetings from Wilmas. Okay. So the first part is, how do you guys think the world would be if we didn't have religion?
Man, that is a hard question because religion has caused so much chaos and harm. It's harmed society, I believe.
Yes.
Look at all the massacring that's been done with Christian and Muslim. You know, just those two religions.
Right.
But you know, also if you want to look at somebody believing or having faith in something, you know, I think you could have faith in say the Bible or whatever. You can have faith in prayer without actually calling it a religion, because it's not a religion. You know, religions are, every single one is man-made. You know, they're just your thought process on what you think something is, and it's not that, you know?
Right.
But I think it's bad. I'm just going to stick with that. I think religions are bad.
Okay.
Because if you really knew the process of having faith and prayer and how it works, that's all you need.
Absolutely. My answer is pretty similar. I believe that religion has killed more people than wars, gang violence, pestilence, more than famine ever has. Religion, okay? Now, there is a difference between religion and a relationship with the Most High, the Creator.
Right.
Okay? I do believe there's a difference. I believe that religion is man-made. So I understand when people say, the Bible, that was written by man to enslave us. Really what you're saying is religion was created to enslave people. And I do believe that.
Fact.
Okay?
Yeah.
And it says, will there be peace on earth or still be the same? I still believe that, I don't believe, okay, this is just me, Marvelous. I don't believe that there will be peace on earth until the Prince of Peace comes back. That's
the same.
Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. It says, hello, guys. Congratulations on your first live podcast, Marvelous. It was dope.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Are you going to have Tony A as a guest? Not guest, but as a guest.
Absolutely.
Okay, in the future, or other intellectuals like yourselves. Okay, we really need folks like you guys to bright cultura and awareness to the masses. I guess he meant to bring cultura to awareness to the masses. Everyone is so distracted from the reality. Gracias. Yeah, so you are going to have, because I know one time you mentioned that you were thinking about bringing, I think, a teacher or, I don't know, you said a philosopher or maybe even a doctor. I know you said you knew people that you wanted to bring in to talk. I don't know if it was science or whatnot. Maybe I got it wrong, but I know we had mentioned it. You were going to bring educators, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So be looking out for that. Once again, he goes live tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Okay, question for Marvelous. Doing the first live podcast with the great News with Norbies. Damn, they call him the great.
Hey. All right.
Okay. I didn't see a super chat option. Would love to donate to keep his channel growing.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I think I'm supposed to have like a certain amount of hours, right? Before I could do that, right, Norby? Yeah.
I think it's 4,000 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I need to just pump out like a couple of more videos, right? And then
I think the next one will do it.
The next one, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that whole YouTube lingo goes, you know? I'm not here for none of that, you know. I mean, I appreciate a donation. That's beautiful, you know, but I'm not here for numbers or none of that shit. I just want to get the message across to who is supposed to receive it, you know?
Yeah.
About it.
Have you two had, this is now the next question, have you two had an opportunity to look at the articles in the Smithsonian and the LA Times on the forced sterilization of Chicanas and indigenous and continue to happen to the immigrants?
I have not.
I have not either, bro. You know, and maybe we should have, but I have not. If you follow, you know, us, maybe you can send it directly to us. We'll look into it and possibly he'll on his channel go over it, or we could do it here. So I appreciate that. And it says 80 plus years. I think it's worth discussing. Much respect, fellas. Okay, much respect to you. Okay, question for Marvelous. How often are you gonna do live? And what's up with Ahmed? You gonna invite him?
Yeah, Ahmed, if he wants to join, hell yeah.
Okay, Ahmed, if you're listening to, call him up, buddy.
You are welcome.
Okay, it says, loved the show, by the way. Okay. Let's keep it pushing. Okay. Question for both of you. Who are the top 5 Chicano rappers? Psych, LOL. That's what he said. Stay up. Much success to you both. Marvelous. Good first episode of Marvelous Minds. Keep that shit consistent, Holmes. Okay. Do people still say Holmes today?
People my age, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What about the word clucker? No more, huh? That was an 80s word, like for a
Cluck.
Yeah. For not a cuck, but a cluck.
Yeah, cluck.
Okay. So
I have a nephew who used to call him Clucky.
Clucky.
Yeah, that mother, you can trust that fool in here for no. You'll have all kinds of this shit missing.
Oh, remember a Joneser?
Yeah.
That fool's Jonesing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know. Anyways, question for Tony and Marvelous. Would the Gospel of Judas help or hurt the people if it were more readily available to the public? That's how he wrote it. Okay, I'm gonna answer that, and then because I need to know about the Book of Judas. If we are talking about, because Jesus had brothers. Now I know my Catholic people are gonna get upset what I'm about to say, but Jesus had brothers and he had sisters. Mary and Joseph had children. Okay, the Book of Jude is one of Jesus's brothers, and maybe one day, because somebody keeps hitting me up, would you ever do like Bible with the Wizard? You know, I'm thinking about it, and I could show you by scripture, because I do believe that the best commentary for the Bible is the Bible, and interpreter of scriptures is the Holy Spirit. So, having said that, are you talking about that Jude? Because he's also called by Judas. Or are you talking about Judas Iscariot, the follower of Jesus who betrayed him and then hung himself, etc.? If you're talking about that Judas Iscariot, my question is, when did he write this book? He had to have written it before he hung himself. And who released it after that? Who did he entrust that to? So that's my question. That's my question. That's how I'm going to answer this. So that's my thing. I've never read it because I want to know when this was written, you know. So are you familiar with it? Have you read it?
I'm not that familiar with it, but I have heard, but I'm not familiar enough to speak on it.
Yeah. Because it's kind of like saying that Jeffrey Epstein released a book. Okay, who's had this book? I thought he got smoked.
All of a sudden, it's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my thing.
Yeah.
So, okay, moving on. Question for both of you. What is your guys' opinion on the Admiral Byrd Antarctica expedition? Do you believe he went to the inner Earth and saw Agartha? I obviously you know who this guy is,
right? Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I believe that there. I don't believe that he. I mean, yeah. I believe that he's seen the inner Earth and all that. You know, I believe that. I don't know if he's knows as much as like people think that he might know, but I do believe that there is civilizations over there beyond the ice wall that, like, we're not allowed to know what's going on over there. I feel just personally that the people that are over there, that they've been over there for probably several generations already now.
Okay.
And they don't know as much as they should know maybe about us.
Okay.
So yeah.
Now, if somebody were to ask you,
yeah,
where is the inner Earth? Is there a location? Are we talking about the center of the Earth?
Yeah. So the center it's the hollow Earth. So,
okay.
And again, it's a flat Earth.
Right.
We're surrounded by the Arctic, and in the Arctic Circle, there is caverns that you could go into, and they go deep, and that's where the fallen angels are located. But it also they intertwine. They all connect somehow, like all the cave systems into the hollow Earth.
Is it almost like tunnels, would you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know if anybody has ever gone there and came out with proof, like saying, I've been there? Like any testimonies of people saying?
There is. I seen 2 of them, and those 2 guys supposedly died, but I don't know if they're true or not.
Right. That's the hard part, because what if they did?
Yeah, they said that they went down there and that one guy one of them was a soldier or whatever, a high-ranking military, and I don't know what branch he was in or whatever, but he said that he went into one of the cave systems and that they had these big ass they were the Nephilim, but like the original ones, and they were like in water, but they were alive.
Oh wow!
Like they were still alive. So I don't know, you know.
What is the tallest Nephilim that you ever heard of?
15 feet.
Okay, because I'm trying to remember what Goliath was. I'm trying to remember, because some people said that he was 9 feet, and again, I'm way off on this one, I believe, because I've studied his height, and I don't remember, and I have a good memory. I believe he was 9 feet, but some people have said that he was 13.
Which one? Not Wadlow.
Goliath, the one who fought
Goliath.
David.
Okay, yeah. And he had 4 brothers too.
Yes. So
He was
yeah.
from the Zamzuim tribe, I think.
I'm trying to remember what the scripture said about him. He was a Philistine.
Okay.
Okay, so no, that cannot be true.
No,
He wouldn't be a
not
giant.
that. Yeah.
So maybe after he wore high heels, I don't know. But okay. Hello, my question is regarding manifesting. If you don't mind sharing, what are your ways to what are your ways do you? I'm trying to read the typos.
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't mind sharing, what are ways to do you set your manifestations out?
So depending what you're trying to accomplish in your life or whatever, it's just like it's a form of energy. You know, your energy, whatever you put your energy, and which comes from your pineal gland. And if you have your chakra aligned with that energy, and you're trying to, you know, promote something or make something happen, I'll give you an example. There's YouTube drama right now, whatever, people going back and forth on YouTube, and you know, people are looking for me to give a response to it or whatever. But if I do give a response to it, I'm gonna manifest that into my reality. So why not just stop it and not even, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but
no, I think we get it.
it's the same as prayer. Like, you want that prayer. You're not gonna just say a prayer and just read it. You gotta believe in that prayer, and you manifest that healing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the ones that I don't believe are the guys like Joel Osteen, these televangelist
Hell
guys.
no, yeah.
Look at yourself in the mirror, and say, "I am great. I am awesome." You're lying to yourself, bro. You're lying. You're constipated, not feeling good. You're hungover. I'm not going to be there in the mirror like, "I'm great. I'm awesome."
Look at all the preachers that got caught, man. That one lady, she was wearing an earpiece, and she had somebody in the audience.
Oh God, yes. I'll name them. I don't care. Joyce Myers. I call him Joke Myers.
Yeah.
Joke Osteen, TD Snakes, Benny Sin. All of these guys, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know, like this guy Benny Hinn. He'll slap people with his coat.
Wasn't he selling water, like regular water?
That's something Popoff. That's his last name.
That dude.
That idiot has been caught several times.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You can give a donation, but I'm giving it to you for free."
Yeah. I'm gonna give you this water. You just gotta donate this.
Yeah, it's from Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Man. Like, shut up. You know. But anyways, yeah, that Peter Popoff. That's him. Google him. He's been caught several times.
Yeah.
Peter Popoff.
Was over here in LA, huh?
You know, I don't know now, but he just looks like a fake evangelist.
Yeah, and that one dude that video's going viral too. That dude that bought that plane, I forgot his name. That old man, but he looks like a fucking devil.
Kenneth Copeland.
That fool. Don't you ever say that.
Yeah,
like, you know.
I won't go on regular plane because they're full of demons.
Yeah. I bought that plane so cheap I couldn't help but buy it. And he looks like a fucking demonic motherfucker.
Oh man, that guy Kenneth, Chris put in and Creflo Dollar.
Yeah.
You're a preacher and your last name is Dollar.
Damn.
All right, cool. But you know what? Now is the second part to that question. Do you believe that there's a specific way to bring them into fruition, and is this a practice used by our ancestors?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The same thing, and that was so true too. What they did, and I think it's a very crucial part of the movie in Apocalypto when he talks about fear.
Okay.
You're gonna bring that to the whole tribe, and it's gonna spread like cancer. You can't do that.
Very, very true. Very, very true. I have to agree with you because sometimes, you know, we're brought up as kids, and we're told by our parents not to say bad words. A lot of times, people just think bad words are "f this, f that," but many times bad words could be negativity.
Yeah.
Bad words that people. You're not going to get that job. Why should you get it? You know, that opportunity is not going to open up for you.
You're cursing yourself.
Yeah, those are bad words. Okay, so, or I can't do it. I just can't. You have to believe,
Yeah.
you know, that you can. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know. Anyways, okay, let's moving on. Okay, what's up, fellas? First time I do this. Been a fan for a while now. Keep up the great work. Much love to the whole crew. I have a question for all of you. Okay, this is a good one. What kind of dating advice would you give to your 13-year-old son? Okay. 13 Okay, 14, 15. He's probably ninth grade. Okay. Okay. And how can I get him to understand that his girlfriend now is more likely not going to be his wife?
Right.
Okay. Without sounding like an asshole, I'm concerned with him dating. I feel it will distract him from school, family, sports. He has a future in basketball. On the bright side, I'm happy he's 100% vagina lover. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. Sorry if this is long. Okay, so the question is, what's the best advice? Many times, what's the best advice you can give a 13-year-old that is dating?
Yeah.
Many times, believe it or not, it's going to have to come from somebody outside the family. I'm not going to say all the time, but what I mean is by somebody who cares and is willing to speak into this young man's life about his future. Because let me give you some scenarios. Had a friend in the 8th grade, was dating a girl in the 9th grade. Okay, she was about 13, he was 12. Got her pregnant. They had a kid, and in what we called junior high school back then. None of them, obviously they never stayed together, but none of them were ever able to stay in solid relationships after that. Multiple divorces, multiple kids, because they never received that, if you will, that foundation. Yeah. I found out later that their mom and dad from both sides, the guy and the girl, were both divorced as well. So in reality, the parents showed that example to them, and they saw that possibly it was okay. Yeah. Because like you say, the education starts at home. Right. The mother and the father are the example. How the mother is most likely the type of woman that the son's going to be attracted to. The way the father is most likely what the daughter is going to want to date. Right. She's going to feel comfortable. See, if the man slaps the woman around, she's going to be attracted to a man who's aggressive, because that's what she was raised with. Yeah. If the young man sees the wife always punking, the dad around, he's going to want a woman that is aggressive as well. Yeah. So we are the example. So now you speak to this child, to this boy, to this young man, that, to use wisdom, obviously, but we need to teach him the wisdom. Yeah. A lot of times bringing out the belt and cussing at him is not going to work.
Right.
But let's be honest, Marvelous. Young kids are always having sex, bro. Yeah. We can't deny that. Is it most likely going to be his wife? Most likely not. I don't know. You care to elaborate?
I think you said it perfectly. I think that we get in a habit where just telling our kids, like, we're really like, I don't want to say forceful, but we're always saying, no, don't do that, or no, don't do that. And I think we need to emphasize a little bit more that if we do have a relationship with our kids, that a bond that, you know what, I trust you. I know you know what you're doing. And I don't think you're going to do that, but be careful. Make sure that this girl has, morals, respect, and make sure you know how to treat her. You gotta talk to him too about if he knows how to treat a woman, because a lot of the times, like, I mean, sorry to say, but we only have one parent around, and most of the time it's the mom raising the child. And how is she going to teach that young man how to be a man? She can say things out of her feelings and what she expects of him, but I think a male figure needs to, speak to that young man and tell him how to conduct himself with a young lady, and not be promiscuous and not just look for the to satisfy himself, whether it's having sex or smack her down or let me touch you or whatever the hell he's trying to do. You know what I mean? And then also, I think young men need to know the consequences and what no means. I don't think a lot of young kids, like, they understand the meaning of if a girl says no. That's what it means. It doesn't mean no, yes, to keep going. It means like, hey, chill out, homie. Like, go take a walk, or there's other things to do other than just kick it in the bedroom. But a lot of parents today too, they try to be cool parents, like, oh, at least I know where they're at. Yeah, they're in the room fucking having sex with the door closed. You don't know what the hell they're doing, Yeah. And that's not the good thing to do either. But I mean, just bond with your child, man. Like, fucking have a relationship with them. Talk to them about everything, and let them know that they could talk to you about everything.
I had a conversation with a young teenager once, and he was one of my son's friends, and my son asked me, would you talk to him? So I talked to him, and I just like lay it on me. I just like, so what's going on, man? my son told me you're in a relationship, you're having a little bit of trouble. So he told me and everything. So I asked him a question, and I wanted him to be honest with me. And I said, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when I ask you this question? Does she make you better? And he just turned away and he just said, no. I said, is it possible that maybe you're just infatuated by her? Maybe she's just really good looking. She smells good. All the guys want her and you don't want to lose her. Is it possibly that?
Yeah.
And he started crying. He said, yeah. And a lot of relationships are like that.
Yeah.
They want to hold on to something that's not really there, bro.
Or the sex is good, but they don't have nothing in common.
So if she doesn't make you better,
Right.
if he doesn't make you better, there's no way you guys should be together. There's no way.
Yeah.
If she's constantly hurting you, breaking your heart, or vice versa.
Right.
No, yeah, you're going to have your ups and downs, but your partner has to make you better.
Yeah.
And when there's tough times, you guys go through it together.
Yeah.
Together. So I would definitely say to continue to honestly open communication, talk to him, and hopefully he opens up and, he listens, because look, let me tell you something. One thing that I live with, Marvelous, is that people say, if you can go back in time, what would you do? And you know what I've always said? Go back and listen to my mother. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
So, because all she ever wanted from me, go to school, get a good education. That's all she ever wanted. And I'll be honest, I could never fulfill that. So when I got out of school and I got in my 20s, that's when I decided to educate myself.
That's right.
So anyway, so hopefully that helped. If we'll go from there.
Yeah, we do mine. Now go ahead, homie.
Well, I'd go about it by pretty much telling them, explaining to them what a simp is in this world, and why those other friends of his will eventually become simps. And I would just lay it down, like, really look at them. Are they hanging out with you? Do they always have to be on the phone with their girl? Do you have to be friends with them? Like, really lay it down. Are you really trying to have a baby right now? Because the only reason why you like that girl is because you're trying to have a baby. Is that really what you want to do?
Yeah.
And then what happens? You have a baby, and now you don't finish school. Your life is fucked. I mean, no disrespect to people that went through that, but pretty much at the end of the day, this is why we have a lot of simps in this world right now, because at a young age we put the pussy too much on the pedestal. And,
Okay. Let's.
And we gotta really lay it down on them and tell them you need to not do that, because this is why we have all these little rich girls out here with a ton of money that they don't know what the fuck to do with, and selling themselves.
I think Norby needs a hug.
I don't need a hug.
I think he's hurt. I think
Yeah.
somebody hurt him.
What's that Vato's name?
Don't be a simp.
Who hurt you, Norbert? Who did this to you? Okay. Moving on to the next question. Marvelous. Question for Marvelous. What's up with these YouTubers reacting to everything someone says about them, but then say they don't care about what people say about them? Anyways, we just never mind. Let's move on. Hey, Marvelous. What do you think about people like myself having white and Mexican roots, more white because of my dad, getting cultura tattoos?
So this is what, from my studying, this is what how my answer is going to be. There's no such thing as a mixed race or ethnicity. You are from your father's seed. If your dad is white, his dad, generation upon generation, then that's your ancestry. That's your real original ancestry. I personally, speaking on tattoos, I don't tattoo our cultura on anybody else other than our ethnicity, indigenous, people. And I also don't believe, I've done it, but I kind of like, I don't want to say I frown upon it. I just don't think that I think our people should love our culture more, instead of like, I get a lot of people or raza that come and they want to get like, say they want to get a Japanese sleeve or whatever. And it's like, man, like,
right.
You don't have love for our cultura. Like, I'm sure there's not a big old line of Japanese people coming to get Chicano tattoos, maybe now it's trendy, you know what I mean? Yeah, but when you think back, like, dang, these are badges of honor, war, rites of passage that you're getting, like,
right.
You shouldn't just go pick something up because that I like that lotus flower or
that's cool,
that koi fish, and they have no understanding of what it really stands for,
Very, very true. Okay. Much love and respect from Pico Gardens. That's what he put on there. Okay. Okay, I don't want to read that. Okay. Question for both. Do y'all think Tupac really got killed or he faked his death and is hiding somewhere?
What do you think?
He was killed.
Even when it was all going down, like everybody started that conspiracy, right?
Well,
I think he died too. Like,
okay, I'm going to say this, but I'll never mention the rapper. Keep in mind that I knew a lot of rappers that were really rappers and were really successful, you know. And when he died, this guy who at one point was a close friend of mine and did music for him went to go see him in the hospital. Okay. One day, I had a buddy with me when I went to this rapper's house, and he believed in the whole conspiracy that Tupac was still alive. So I introduced him to a guy named Money B, who used to be on Digital Underground. So I'm at a club, and I said, hey, Money, you know, it's my boy right here. He thinks that, you know, maybe you could talk to him. Tupac's still alive. And he just told him, Tupac's done deal, bro. He said, Tupac's a done deal. Okay? So he still did. He goes, but this is how YouTube gone this guy was. You don't think the government might have paid him off? He just believed that, bro.
yeah.
I think the government might have just told him to shut up. We're hiding him.
Yeah.
You know, after all, Machiavelli faked his own death.
Yeah.
All right, bro. So one day we were at this rapper's house that I'll leave unnamed, and I brought him with me. And he started asking this guy questions. Hey, do you think Tupac this, Tupac that? And he looked at me and he looked at him and he said, I'll be back. Brought out his Sony camera back then. So they looked like GoPros back then. And he said, I want you to see something. And he opened it up and he said, slide. And it was Tupac dead and on the bed. He said he wasn't coming back. He goes, and I took some pictures.
Damn.
That's what it took for that guy to believe. And that's all I'm going to say, because there's a lot more things that I can say, but I'll leave it at that. But I do not believe that he is still alive. He's a done deal, bro.
Right.
You know, so, and here's the sad part, bro, that this kid, bro, was only 25 years old.
Yeah.
You know, my son has already outlived him.
Yeah.
And then you got Biggie, who was 24 years old.
Young dudes.
Young dudes, bro, that didn't get to live their life.
Yeah.
And all because of rap, and they couldn't shut their mouths. So
I see it as trying to be something that they're not, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's sad that we all witnessed it, because these guys were, I mean, just listen to the lyrics, listen to the delivery.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys were a hit. See, those are rappers.
Yeah.
Those are rappers. And that's all I'm going to say. You guys fill in the blanks. And it says, and if he did die, do y'all think his soul is at peace or in torment? What are your thoughts biblically? Well, first and foremost, I don't have a hell or a heaven to put anybody in. So that's my answer. Final answer.
Yeah, I believe he passed away. Anybody wants to see a good documentary? It's called Battle for Compton. Have you seen that?
No, I have not.
So it's a real story of the officer. He was a white dude. What was his name? The dude, he got killed they killed him at the sheriff's station.
Not Mark Furman?
No, not that dude. But he was he went against that dude Kading that sold that book. It was a book that he wrote about the whole thing or whatever, and he interviewed that dude Keefy D, that his nephew. Yeah. I don't believe none of that. You know, I think that other dude, the other dude that they killed him, he was onto the real thing. You know?
Yeah. Like I said, I don't want to say too much because
they're gonna come for you, bro.
They're gonna come for me. Okay, so moving on. What's up with the elderly lady getting packed out on Fraser and East Los? Okay, I hope he gets handled in county or once he gets released. So is he arrested?
He sure will. No, not yet.
So they don't know where he's at then?
Nope. Everybody's looking for him. Yeah.
Oh, I saw his
A lot of
pictures.
people are going to his pad.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Okay, I heard what I saw on social media. What exactly did he do? He just went up there and started beating her up, or what was it?
Yeah, she was mowing her lawn or doing something with her lawn, and he was riding by on a bike, and he fucking just came up from behind her and just started packing her out. and then he proceeded to fucking I guess he was trying to get in her pants or something like that, sexually or whatever, and the neighbors came and they put a stop to it or whatever, and then he ran off, or I don't know how they could have stopped him, but he ran off. But yeah, that fool's not gonna get too far. There's a lot of people looking for him.
Fuck, dude. You know. Sometimes I say to myself, honestly, Marvis, like, I wish I could be there at that moment.
And that's an older woman. That's an old lady.
I know.
How you gonna do that? You know.
I know. Instead of protecting them,
Yeah.
you got sick motherfuckers like that look at a woman like that and say, I could beat her ass.
Yeah.
What type of sick bastard thinks like that? And let me tell you something. Once he gets locked up, you better PC up real fucking quick, homie.
That's a law that should be passed. Like, people that do that, or the equivalent of trying to rape somebody, they should cut their shit off. Like, point blank.
Yeah.
They don't deserve to have no satisfaction.
Yeah. Well, give them those damn pills that they give those pedophiles. Remember those self-castration pills that they're giving kids for right now for to stop their puberty blockers.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what they do. Damn. Now they're giving them to kids, but they give it to pedophiles to keep their weenie from going up.
Damn.
So yeah, but that's what these guys that say pretty much I want to be a man or I want to be a woman or whatever. That's what they're giving it to stop their puberty, which is unnatural, bro.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this guy would eventually get his. Okay, it says, I don't care how you think you are. Children and women are and the elderly are off limits.
Fact.
If you prey on the weak, you are a mark. I have to agree with you, bro. But there's a bunch of bro. The majority of these pedophile men that they fucking catch, and by the way, I posted on my story. They're all fucking a bunch of fucking levas, bro. That when you walk up to them and you're like, "Hey, what's up? Who were you here to meet with?" No, nobody.
Yeah.
All of them are like that.
I didn't know. Like, the messages are right there, dog.
Yeah, there was one recently. I think he was what was it, in the Navy or some shit like that? They caught him, and right away, please God help me. I wouldn't do this again. I wouldn't. Bullshit.
Or I just came to meet her to look out for her. Like, shut the hell up.
Yeah, and they're all a bunch of, they're straight up bitches.
Yeah.
So, anyways, moving on. What's up, Tony and Marvelous? After all the BS, we know. Oh shit! Somebody got that. Okay, somebody posted up his ID. After all this BS, we know that the country is doing to us and trying to teach the kids. Is joining the U.S. military a good thing, or should we refuse to join the U.S. recruiting number? The U.S. recruiting number are at a all-time low. Just wondering what you guys think. Thank you. Much love from Texas. Okay. I have a daughter in the Air Force. She's been in there like 9 years. And it's been very beneficial to her. Okay. But now on the other hand, you have like people like, rest in peace, Vanessa Gain, I believe. She was killed, and other people have been killed in that same base.
Yeah.
So
they found 4 bodies by where her body was at. That was like the 4th body already.
Yeah.
Like, imagine.
So on that one, I can say that it's been beneficial to my daughter, but I don't know if I can fully answer that because I don't know, other than it's been good for her. But yeah, when she went in, did I have my concerns? Yeah, because she's a woman.
Yeah.
You know, and men are supposed to protect women, not take advantage of them. So that's a tough one. I don't know if I can answer that one.
I think the benefits would be the schooling that you get and the education that you will be getting, and possibly retiring earlier than you would, then you're out. But other than that, fighting for a so-called free country, or fighting for a narrative that you believe that, you know, like the whole 9/11 thing, hell nah. Like, you're fighting a false narrative. You know, you're not fighting for no free country already. This is a corporation. You know, you're better off right here with us, you know, fighting for our rights, or getting together and, you know, pushing for progress.
Yeah, I definitely going to be fighting for Biden. While his old ass over there forgetting his ABCs live on TV. That was like, your parents and the aliens, did you take the vaccination? And makes no damn sense, bro.
Nope.
No sense.
Nope.
But okay, let me just stop. Okay, what's up, Tony and Marvelous? Mad respect. Has any of you experienced supernatural activity more often lately? If so, what and why do you think that is? I can't say lately, but I will say that I have experienced a lot of supernatural activity in the past. I do tend to see things that I believe the normal person doesn't see. Why that is, I don't know. I think it's a gift. Maybe it's, I don't know, because I have met several people like me that are able to see things at certain times, not all the time.
Yeah.
It's just like I can just switch and I turn on this new lens and all of a sudden I see demons.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like when I had that person that showed up here for that interview
Yeah.
and that dark entity was following that person. I was able to see that. And the whole time I just wanted to hurry up and end it and get his ass out of here.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. What about you? Anything lately?
The same way. Not that lately, but I've always had the same thing, bro, where I see shit too. I mean,
Yeah.
not to sound all fucking crazy or smoked out or none of that shit, you know? But yeah, I've had like, I'm really like, my consciousness about people's energy is like on point, bro. And I always seem to be right. Like I've had times where I've been tattooing or I'll have a group of people. And even before I started tattoo, I just can't do it because of their energy, bro. They seem like fucked up. And one story is I was tatting this girl. She came over and she just seemed like, she didn't seem all there, bro. She was a pretty young girl. She wanted to get a Bible scripture on her eyebrow or whatever. And I ended up doing it. It was Exodus. I forgot Exodus something. And she hit me up. She hit me up the next day and she said, thank you. The prophecy is fulfilled. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, what did you say? And she goes, yeah, the prophecy. Thank you for working with me. And she gave me I forgot a name. It was a demonic ass name. I forgot what it was. And she goes, yeah. She goes, me and you did it. We fulfilled that prophecy or something. And she was like, I'm like, hey, you know what? Don't contact me no more. Like she was on some way out shit.
Yeah, no. You know, let me explain to the people. This is why people like me and you many times do not open up about things like this, because you know what they're going to say? Tumascante.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to say, bro.
Yeah.
It's like you cannot be honest about the things that you see. That's why I started up that Freaky Tales.
Yeah.
So we can talk about the paranormal stuff. But when you see things, like a perfect example, I was in Downey off of Firestone and I guess like Pangborn right across the street. There's a Burger King, then there's a donut shop. And I was there with two buddies of mine. Well, I thought they were buddies. And I just kept feeling somebody standing in back of me, and it was at night.
Yeah.
And I kept turning around like this, and they noticed it. And I said, bro, there's something standing behind me.
Yep.
I see it and I sense it. And they're like, what? Are you serious?
Yeah.
They kept looking at each other like I was crazy or on drugs. Bro, there's something like behind me here, bro. So they ended, all right, Tom, we're going to cut it early. They're going to leave or whatever. So I went inside. I grabbed another donut. I got coffee. And the guy asked me, where'd your buddies go? I said, they left. Why? And I was like, what do you mean, why? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He goes, okay. So he was closing up the donut shop. He was leaving. And he goes, just to let you know, and I should have told you this. He said, there was a guy that was killed where you're sitting at last week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, thanks.
Yeah.
Well, you know, for telling me.
Yeah.
But I do believe that many times where a lot of these incidents happen, there's something left there.
Yeah. Or they're with people, like you said, that you seen that shadow figure or whatever.
Yeah.
The same thing with that story I told about a family member of mine, and I told him to get the hell away from me. I had that dream that night.
Oh yeah.
And I woke up and just him, it was evilness, bro. And a while later, he ended up confronting me about it, and he wanted to talk about it in this abandoned pad that we were kicking it in. And he goes, hey, you know what? I want to talk to you about that. I'm like, I don't want to talk about it, homie. Like, don't talk to me about it, especially like right here, right now. It's like almost 3 a.m. Like, I don't want to talk about that. And he goes, no, I just want to let you know, you were right. That night you said that, you didn't want to be near me because I had demons in me. I'm like, yeah, you do. And he goes, yeah, I know, I do. I have legions, he said. Wow. I have legions of demons in me. I'm like, no, you do, because you're a promiscuous motherfucker. You're collecting. You're like a soul collector, collecting all this demonic shit from all these women that you're manipulating to sleep with them. And he goes, yeah, you're right. And can you pray for me? And it's like, damn.
Let me say this, and this might freak a lot of people out. I knew this one female that she believed collecting souls was swallowing a man.
Damn.
Yeah, swallowing a man. And you know what? There was a couple of rappers that I interviewed here that
She swallowed.
Yeah, she swallowed. Straight up.
Yeah, that's cold, man.
Straight up. So anyway, let's move on. Let me see. What do you think about the situation going on with Mr. Criminal, Spider-Loc? I didn't even know there was a situation. Okay. Is Marvelous going to fight a Southsider's reaction? That doesn't even make sense. Question for Marvelous and Tony. Do you guys have hope, faith one day in the future the raza will stop hating on each other, get along more, and will rise up?
I think it's very possible if people learn how to work together, you know?
Yeah. I agree. It's just as simple as that, bro.
Yeah. Eagle.
Yeah.
Like
Eagle's a motherfucker, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I have a question for Marvelous. I agree with everything you say that Jesus is not the name of our Lord and Savior, but how come when I see some of these videos, they say Jesus Christ and they pray over people and they get healed or feel something coming over them or kids with demons taken out by the name of Jesus Christ? Much love from Dodge City, Kansas. Keep up the work, homies. I guess he's saying he agrees with you.
Yeah.
What you say that the name of the Messiah is not Jesus Christ, but yet he sees videos where people are being healed, people are being delivered. Go ahead, and then I will.
So, and that question, I believe in the power of prayer itself.
Okay.
Like, I mean, whether they want to say that name or whatever, that's on them. But the power is in the prayer itself. You know, that's what I believe in. I do believe that there is even more power if you do implement that name, the real name in it. But other than that, I don't believe like when people say, "Oh, in Jesus Christ's name." No, I think where there's three or more combined, that energy is going to manifest itself into healing.
Right. Okay. Now, my take on that is this: that it's hard for me to believe that anybody is healed or delivered when I see it on TV. It's just because so much propaganda today that we have great actors.
Yeah.
You know, do I believe that people can get healed? Yes. Do I believe that people can get saved? Yes. Do I believe people can get delivered from drugs and for whatever they're involved in? Yes. It's just hard when they say, look, it's on TV. I guess I would believe it if I saw it, you know. Other than that, in the scripture, it says, as your faith is, so be it unto you.
Yeah.
So when you pray and you have faith, then things can happen.
Yeah.
So hopefully that answers your question. Let me see. Manny from Phoenix, Cuba, Marvelous, and Tony, hope y'all are well. As for us here in Phoenix, we are melting 5 days straight, 120 degrees.
Yeah, that's fucking hot.
Yeah.
Hot.
Man, don't use lotion, especially on your nalgas like Norby's does. Okay.
Diablo sauce on that.
Diablo sauce. Okay.
Girls love it.
Girls love it. Yes.
He just has one big butt cheek with the hole. There's no line.
Yeah.
No crack.
Well, it's sideways. It's slanted. He has no butt, just a long back. Arse. It's an arse.
Even his feet, it's just one big toe when he takes his shoe off. One big toenail right
One
there.
big toenail. That's when he goes to the foot place. How much for one toenail?
That's why you don't have boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly. Tony, will you plan on interviewing Jason Joshua? Really talented musician, in my opinion. You know, to be honest with you, I know it's gonna sound weird, but I've always said this. If you came out during the time that I was working, most likely I didn't hear it. Mm-hmm. I've never heard of Jason Joshua, but I'll look into it and see what I can find. Hopefully that answers your question. How is he the voice of the people? Who's he? So that sounds weird.
Yeah.
Who's he? Okay. So next time, be a little bit more specific, please. Okay. I want to fight Marvelous for clout.
Ooh.
That's what he said. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. Get in line. Okay. Okay. Tony A., I've heard you say your favorite book in the Bible is Genesis. Have you or Marvelous watched or heard of Jordan Peterson? Okay. Psychological significance of the biblical stories, Genesis. Lectures, and if you have your thoughts, I recommend if you haven't. Obviously, they're probably on YouTube, so I'm going to look it up. I've never heard of Jordan Peterson's or, you know, his psychological significance of the Bible stories. I'm gonna look into it. Have you heard of him?
No, I'll look it up myself.
Okay, so Jordan Peterson's. You guys look it up.
No, let me write that down too.
Okay, Jordan Peterson's. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, ask Marv what kind of test we can do at home that proves the Earth is flat. if there's anything. Well, I don't know if there's a test.
Yeah, there's not. I mean, the test that I think is pretty significant is the test on what refraction is, and also a test if you're mathematically inclined to do it, the curvature of Earth, and use their own math against them, because that doesn't make sense at all.
Okay.
Where it should slope down, it doesn't slope down at that. You know, like say for my pad, the downtown buildings, if it were curvature, I would only be able to see half of just the tips of the downtown building.
Okay. When you were live on Sunday, did you get any calls on the flat Earth?
Damn, did we, Norbert? No, huh?
No.
That was surprising, huh?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, because they usually, I guess. All right. Okay. Have you guys heard of the Bible mushroom theory? First and foremost, no. Have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay. It says that the Bible and prophecies were created under the influence of psychedelic mushrooms.
Oh, wow.
Okay. These are scriptures that also hint at eating mushrooms. Tony, if I can send you those scriptures, thoughts? Yeah, send them to me.
That would be crazy, right?
Yeah,
there.
yeah, send it to me. Look, because every time that we read that, and God created all, the trees and the herbs of the field.
Yeah, yeah.
See, that was weed.
Yeah.
Every time it's weed, every time it says herbs.
Yeah.
Every time. But you miss out on poison ivy, and, we never talk about that.
You seen the videos of the trees fucking moving, like all crazy? Like if they're running through like there's a tree that has legs and it's fucking running, like moving around.
I've never seen that.
No? Yeah.
No. Okay. Do you believe that's real?
From the footage that I see, heck yeah, man, that shit looks crazy.
All right. So, but please send me the scriptures at Tony A. The Wiz on Instagram, Tony A. The Wiz on Instagram. Please send them to me there, because I would like to see that, because there was this one idiot, I think he used to call himself Robin Hood or something like that, and he used to smoke weed and preach the Bible. And I think he came out on Donahue, remember one of them old shows? And he said that Moses was high when the burning bush was a weed plant. So he was smelling it and then getting all these epiphanies, and that's how he came out with the Bible. So that's what he said, that. So the herbs of the field is the weed. So anyway, and then he tried to use this, that Jesus got stoned in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
But he wasn't taking a literal stone, like he got stoned in Jerusalem, because it's in the word. What the hell are you talking about? Like, there's another guy that asked me, is drinking wrong? So I read him a scripture where it talks about that no drunkard would inherit the kingdom of God.
Right.
And he goes, what about getting buzzed? So I was like, okay.
I believe in drinking original wine, like natural wine.
Right.
Like, I think that, I see a lot of people that preach or whatever, they say the same thing, and they're drinking like a bottle of Hennessy or whatever, or a mixed drink. Oh, God said we could drink, like, not that shit.
Right. Okay, can I share a story about drinking?
Yeah.
Okay. I agree with you. I'll just say I agree with you when it comes to that drinking part, okay? Here's the danger of drinking in moderation, okay? And this was told to me by an actual pastor. He's told me we should never be a stumbling block for anyone. And let me explain that. He said that before he was a pastor, he was a drunkard. He really was. He said God delivered him from that. So and then he started reading scripture where he could drink in moderation. So what he started doing, he started drinking just wine at home with his dinner.
Yeah.
Wine at home with his dinner. So and then he had a congregation of maybe a church of 500 people. And he said 3 kids came to the altar one day. He prayed over them, and that they fell backwards and all that stuff. And he said that God delivered them because those teenagers were drunks, just like the way he was when he was a kid. And that they said that they felt delivered. So he took it upon himself to disciple them. So he said maybe about 3 months into discipling them, they had no more liquor. They were following the commandments. They were loving God. They were showing up to church and all this stuff. So one day after service, my wife cooks me a dinner. It was an evening service. So I run to the supermarket and I buy myself a bottle of wine so that I can enjoy it at home with my dinner. And here comes these 3 little kids. He says, with a 6-pack of soda pop. That's what he said. They look at me, hey, Pastor, how are you? Hey, Pastor. So they look down and they see the bottle of wine. And then they said, you mean we can drink? And he said, well, no. And he said, well, you're drinking.
Yeah.
He goes, and I didn't know what to say. So I said, well, I could drink in moderation. And they said, well, can we drink in moderation? And one kid said, go put the 6-pack back and go get a bottle.
Yeah.
And he said, well, I'm not going to buy it for you guys, but I'm not going to tell you guys what to do.
Yeah.
Okay. He goes, I went home. I feel guilty. I didn't drink it. He said, and I never saw those kids again at church.
Wow.
What do you think happened?
I think they called him out and thinking that he was contradicting himself. You know, he was a liar.
Yeah.
You know,
possibly. Okay, that's a good one.
I felt like that too, bro.
Right.
Because I was an altar boy when I was younger.
Right.
And I knew a lot of priests, and we used to go to the rectory. Me and my grandpa would go, and he would talk to a lot of the priests, and the priests, man, they'd be drinking the gang of wine.
Yeah.
You know, and I would just look at them like, damn, these fools getting all buzzed in here. Like,
yeah,
that's crazy.
Or is it possible that those kids did go get a bottle, and as soon as they started sipping, they started tripping, and no more church? Maybe they fell back into their old ways.
I don't know.
That's what he felt.
Yeah.
He felt that he was the bad example. He said, even in my so-called moderation, I caused those kids to stumble. Mm-hmm. So that's when he said, he goes, so even in my moderation, I just stopped.
Yeah.
Because I never wanted to do that to anybody else. So I understood what he meant.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of times we do things marvelous and we have people looking up to us. Mm-hmm. And there are things that maybe we shouldn't do because it looks wrong.
Yeah.
So moving on. Okay, buenas noches, Marvelous. Out of the many religions in the world, which one would you say is the closest to being the truth and why? Tony does, okay, we'll get to the second part, but.
Two answers. None of them at all. I don't think none of them are close at anything. And if I had to pick a religion, I guess, man, it's going to be Christianity, but you have to teach it the way it's supposed to be taught from Torah, precept upon precept, not just based off your own feelings or, you know, I don't believe in none of that.
Not the televangelist stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, Tony, does absolute truth matter? And why or why not? Okay, somebody told me one day, there is no absolute truth. And I said, is that an absolute truth? Listen to what he said. There is no absolute truth.
Yeah.
So I just asked him, is that an absolute truth?
Yeah.
I do believe that there is an absolute truth.
Yeah.
Okay? I do believe. If not, then we just make up our own rules and said, you know, this is my truth. Mm-hmm. That's your truth. And before you know it, everybody believes. That's why we're in the mess that we're in right now.
Yeah.
Because today, I can say this is my last show as a man. Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to identify myself as a woman. Mm-hmm. Not no longer Tony A's Tanya.
I think a lot of us lie to ourselves. We do it to ourselves. We sabotage ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think the answer is right there all along. You know, they say that when you become a certain age, you know, and this is biblically, I forgot what scripture it is. When you become of a certain age, you already know right from wrong. And it's that little voice inside your head.
It's the age of accountability.
There you go. And like a lot of us dismiss that when we want to sin, and we don't really realize that we want to sin, and we go ahead and, hey, Tony, what do you think about me being with this girl? I already know, but I want you to say, oh, you know, you should kick it with her. She's bad, you know, see where it goes. And I just want you to validate my fleshly feelings. Like,
yes, of course. And then when things don't work out, man, I should have never listened to Tone.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Yeah, so my thing is like, that's my absolute truth. I identify myself as this. What's your truth? You know, it's... I've listened to people that thought they were very intellectual and they were really idiots. Mm-hmm. So anyways, moving on. With schools having to abide by whatever a child wishes to identify as, oh wow, the next question went right along. And school staff not having to notify the parents. If a parent does not agree with a child's identity wishes, CPS can be called and have the children taken from the parents.
Back.
Okay. So here's what's going on. Okay. And this I know because I can speak about LAUSD. If a girl's name's Nancy and now she wants to be named Clark, and I want to be identified as Clark, the teacher cannot notify the parents.
I want to know where you're getting these names from. Clark, Gretchen. What the fuck?
Okay. I want to say it. Growing up here in Wilmington, when we first moved from Compton, I tripped out that Wilmington was like, it was white. Because at one point, just like Compton, this was all white. Yeah. Okay? White, black, Samoans, Filipinos, Mexican. It was diverse. That's why in the 80s, our high school was so great. because everybody played together. Now it's just all raza, and there's guys no bigger than 5'2".
Yeah.
You know, but we just had the diverse, you know, and that's what made like Bannon and Carson champions. Then it eventually switched over to Long Beach Poly. But growing up, I had a bunch of white friends, you know, like I had a white friend named Dwayne, you know. I had a white friend, I'll say his name. His full name was 6 letters, Jim Carr. And I was like, that's your name? He goes, yeah. And I was like, for reals? Yeah. Jeff. There's another guy that me and Alex know. What's his name, bro? Mitchell? Or no, is it Mitchell? The guy at your shop.
Mi chorizo.
Yeah. Yeah, what's his name? Oh, you don't want to say his name. Now he wants to play dumb.
All of us.
David Wilson. So
right.
he's the homie. I used to call him Luke.
Luke.
So anyways, I said, do you guys believe that this is the system's way of throwing up a smoke screen and make it legal to take our children for trafficking? I believe it's a way of taking our children, but can it be used for trafficking? I don't know.
I believe it could.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because how, say your son comes home, you know, and says, I want to be a girl. Okay. Okay. And you discipline him, okay? You discipline him. But he makes that phone call. Daniel? Yes. Where's, you know, Jim? You know, I mean, I know you don't have a son named Jim. He's right here. He's got to go with us. You know damn well you ain't letting him go.
That's the last. I ain't gonna be on the show no more.
So yeah. So, anyways, moving on. But yes, I do agree that is a form. Of course, why would you want to take somebody's kids because the parents they want to take the discipline away from the kids? I mean, from the parents. So you want to let them do whatever the hell they want to do? You know, all of this, gender dysphoria, gender identity, all of this crap happened when Biden stepped into office. He brought all those men in dresses into to work for him. You know, when he's gone, all that crap is gone, and that's why they're trying to keep other people from running against him. So you know what I'm talking about. So, okay, for Tony Marvelous, if the Bible stated magic, witchcraft, sorcery, divination is forbidden, how come God's prophets performed magic rituals? Okay, let me finish and then we'll answer that. Joseph practiced a form of divination known as hydromancy, okay, in Genesis. Ezekiel practiced sympathetic magic in Ezekiel 4:1-17. Then you have the Urim and Thummim in Exodus 28:30, which is clairomancy, divination by casting lots, which the disciples did when choosing new apostle. Then God sent Michael to give Solomon a supernatural ring to control demons and communicate with animals. Facts are that the elite parasites in power today practice magic to stay in control. Was magic written out of the Bible and made to look evil so that the parasites can control us? Was magic a part of our ancient tribal traditions? Isn't prayer magic? All my respects, thank you. Okay, that's a long paragraph. Okay, I'm going to show it to you.
That's a long paragraph.
Okay. Let me sum it up really quickly, and then Marvelous, you can add on to it if you like.
I don't understand how prayer will be magic unless you're referring to it being a part of or like an incantation or something.
Right. Okay. There's a difference to me between a miracle and magic.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you remember the story of Moses went back to Pharaoh and he told him, you know what, let my people go.
Right.
And he had his staff.
Yeah.
During the ground, we know the story, it turned into a serpent.
Right.
Now, that was given to him by God.
Right.
To use.
Right.
But those other two,
they did magic.
They did magic. So is it possible that magic exists? Yes, I believe that. Because they did it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Moses' rod ate both of their snakes up.
Right.
Okay. Then he picked it up off the ground and it became a rod again. I believe that was a miracle from God. What they used was not from God. So I believe that magic does exist. I just think that when people read the word magic, they think that it's just all from God. It's not. Satan can perform miracles as well.
Right.
Okay. And I'm trying to remember those two guys' names because I read those two magicians that were with Pharaoh. I do believe, yes, that there is magic out there because when Moses turned, think about how idiots they were. When he called in that plague of frogs, they called in frogs.
Yeah.
When they called in water, the water into blood, they did water into blood.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, but there were many things that they couldn't reproduce. So now, I guess his question is this, Marvelous. Since that magic is real, he's trying to say, can the elites try to tap into that to, I guess, control? Because think about this. If they were able to turn waters into blood,
Yeah.
so obviously that supernatural power does exist.
Yeah.
In if you will, in the dark side or the devil side, if you will.
I believe that they're doing that. The elite do that. I believe that they use a big form of manipulation.
Yeah.
I mean, manipulation, hypnosis. On the masses. They know about frequency. They know about all that shit that they manipulate our minds with. I believe that is. Take the whole oh my god. Oh man, what's the name of that when something happens and it's changed? Why am I forgetting right now?
And it's changed?
Yeah, it's the Mandela effect.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I believe that that's a form of hypnosis that they're using on the masses, because things were originally
right.
They did get changed somewhere, somehow,
right.
or whatever, but I don't know.
You know who speaks? I don't want to say I agree with everything. Let me say that first.
Yeah.
But I do believe he speaks a lot of truth. It's the guy by the name that everybody thinks he's a kook, Alex Jones.
Okay.
He believes that the elitists meet with these supernatural beings.
Yeah, I believe that.
I believe that as well. Yeah. Okay. And that they give them or show them things or technology, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay. If we believe that these beings came down and made it with women and had children back then.
Yeah.
And if we believe in Bible prophecy that Jesus said in the last days, it will be like the days of Noah before the flood. What happened before the flood? These beings came down.
Yeah.
If we are living in the last days, expect more beings to come down.
Yeah. And
now they're giving these elitists these, if you will, these nuggets of truth to like do this, do that, do this.
And it's exactly the same right now in the days of Noah. Look at it was Babylon. People sleeping with animals. People fucking. I can't say they were identifying as whatever, but men were having sex with men, with animals, women, with children. They were doing the most. Well, not the most, but a big amount of sacrificing back then. All that shit, and look at they got destroyed.
Look at the Tower of Babel, just for an example. I believe it's Genesis 11. One ruler for planet Earth, if you will, at that time, which was Nimrod. Okay, you had everybody working together. Everybody speaking one language, one world government, one world currency. Mm. And if you believe that history repeats itself, we're going to come back to those days.
Yeah.
Okay. And all those people got along without God. Mm. And as Raza, we are supposedly some of the most religious people out there and we can't even get along. Mm. So when people ask, can we all get along? Can we all unite? Mm. Yeah. But it starts with an individual first, me. Yeah. It starts with you.
Yeah.
We can't just try to change people.
Yeah.
So it's got to start within you. But now, as far as the answer to magic, I do believe that this magic does exist. I don't believe that the apostles, the disciples, and Moses used magic. I believe that these were miracles that God allowed him to do. Because I remember he actually put his hand in his tunic, and when he pulled it out, it was white as leprosy. Mm-hmm. And like somebody tried to tell me this, okay? And I'm going to prove something right now. He said Moses had to have been black. He said because when he put his hand in his tunic and when he pulled it out, it turned white. Yeah. It was different from his skin color. Well, I got something white right here. If I put my hand in my jacket and my hand comes back out like this, I would be able to tell if my hand is white or not.
Yeah.
Okay? I like what you said. We need to get rid of the whole black and brown, it's the melanin people.
Right.
People that have color.
Right.
I get that. So, but now, those weren't magic tricks. Those were miracles that God was allowing Moses to experience to show those people that God is real. Okay. For an example, when God parted the Red Sea, all Moses had to do was just obey, and the sea would have parted. That was a miracle. But let me tell you how fickle people are, because as soon as that river closed, the Red Sea, people started complaining already. We should go back to Egypt. It was better over there.
Yeah.
I think if you would have saw the beach open up and you walked through it, I don't think you would ever, Marvelous, cry about God's miracles or God's grace or God's mercy and say, I wish I was back over there.
Yeah.
Because to be able to see this part and to see two walls standing there
Yeah.
and the ground is dry,
Yeah.
it's an amazing miracle, bro.
Imagine.
So, anyways, hopefully I guess we answered it. Okay, we're almost done. It's an interesting one. Ask Marvelous, why doesn't he embrace his white side like his brothers?
What a fucking pendejo.
So,
You
okay,
should come and have that conversation with me in person.
yeah.
Fucking white.
How is Dwayne? Hey, do you remember that one time somebody made a thumbnail of you on YouTube and he had this fat Kentucky Fried Chicken looking white boy?
No.
And he goes, Marvelous's brother. You
real?
showed it to me. It was old like hillbilly guy. And he goes, Marvelous and his brother. And you were like hugging them.
Oh,
they
no.
photoshopped you guys.
That was a dude, Mitch. Shout out to Mitch. He has a YouTube channel too. He had just got out of prison from doing 38 years. And he's a cool dude. That's not my brother.
No,
My
but you had told me somebody posted up
somebody
saying,
posted saying that was my brother. Like, people like don't know shit. Like they see all this YouTube shit. Like, you know, they have this big misconception on who anybody is. Nobody knows the real you. Like nobody's really spent time with you.
Right.
Nobody knows the real me. You know what I mean? But it's all good.
okay, for Marvelous, have you heard about the FBI and DHS program called Infragard? Okay, it's pretty much the American version of the Stasi, STASI. I have no idea.
I
Bro.
should have went through it. We were talking about that earlier, right, Norby?
Infragard.
What was it?
Is that how you pronounce
what was
it?
the definition?
Is the combination of the FBI and
No, but what was the definition of the initials that they put?
I have no idea.
DH,
Bro.
what was it?
no, that's another one. That's the Israel something. That's another one.
Okay. I don't know. Let's move on. Okay. Hey, Tony, what was your reaction when J-Rock from the Beat Junkies gave you props for making the Roadium mixtapes and highlighting Steve Yano ever since you dropped the documentary? And I have seen Steve's name pop up in different conversations. I think it's dope, man. I think it's dope. I applaud him for mentioning Steve Yano. Me, I always say it's not about me. It's never been about me. I was just thankful that Steve gave me the opportunity to be a part of at least West Coast mixtape hip hop history. So I thank him. And thank J-Rock and the Beat Junkies for mentioning me. Okay, Marvelous. What do you guys think of new sounding oldies done by Chicanos as well as rock?
I like them.
I like 'em too.
But I do believe that some oldies should stay original. Like
Yeah.
they try to remake. You can't remake every single oldie, you know?
No, you can't.
And then the person that's singing them as well, like, you know, you sound the same on you're making the song sound the same.
You know, it's like this. I'm not throwing jabs at anybody because everybody thinks I'm throwing jabs at everybody. But let me say this. Say that I'm an oldie singer. They call them souldies singer.
Yeah.
But I remade a Mary Wells song. I remade a Al Green. I remade a James Brown. I remade a Delphonic song. But I have no original songs.
Yeah.
If somebody called me a karaoke singer, I couldn't be mad, bro.
Yeah.
I couldn't be mad, especially if I didn't make the song my own, like with my own flavor. The sad part is that we have today a bunch of karaoke singers singing at car shows. You're just singing somebody else's song that's not yours. Yeah, of course we're going to say, oh, yeah, that's the jam. But and then the next girl goes up there and sings the same old song. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the jam. You know, but my thing is this. Here's what I do like. People like, I interviewed him here, Joey Quinones.
Bad.
He makes his own.
Yeah.
He has that feel, but makes his own songs.
Great music. Yeah, I like
That's
it.
what I'm talking about.
And he plays the instruments. I love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why it was a joy interviewing him here, because I got the chance to pick his young mind on his music.
How old is he?
I believe when I interviewed him here, I think it was like 2 years ago, he was still in his late 20s.
Wow.
Okay. Real cool guy, bro. But there's a lot of people, hey, man, have you tried getting this girl on your song? Have you tried getting that karaoke singer? No, thanks. You know, because they don't have no songs.
Yeah.
I think somebody was playing me some song. Hey, Tone, what do you think about this song? And then it was a guy singing, Diamond in the back, sun rooftop. Turn it off. Turn it off. You know, stop.
I was Norbert singing,
love you.
Tacos in the bag, Diablo sauce.
Yeah, exactly.
I do a dope ass.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, they're called cornies. Okay.
They're called moldies.
Okay, what does Marvelous know about numerology? Okay, would you two ever join IUIC, Israel United in Christ? It's like a church, but not ordinary church. I think it would be nice if y'all did BC, because they got some real knowledge as well. Can you guys be quiet over there in the back row?
Yeah, shut the hell up over there.
Okay. Israel United in Christ, it's like a church, but not too ordinary church. I think it would be nice.
So they're the Israelite camps.
Yeah, it's do you believe, what do you know about numerology?
Not as much as I should. I'll just say it like that, since people say, oh, you think you know everything. No, I don't. I don't never say that I know everything. Joining an Israelite camp, I'm all like, I stand with them. You know, I'll say that. But as far as to join a specific camp, I'm not. I wouldn't want to do that.
Do you remember that rapper Shine? He was signed to Puffy.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, you know that when he got out of jail, he moved to Israel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he converted to Judaism.
Yeah. Hey, a lot of people became pastors though. That dude Mace, he became a pastor, right?
Puffy called him a fake pastor on the Breakfast
then
Club.
he tried to come back and talk about.
Yeah, he tried to come back.
Yeah.
Look, bro, if you leave, don't come back.
Just stay doing what you're doing.
Just stay doing what you're doing. Don't come back. Because then Puffy called him a fake pastor, and because Mace tried to say he owed him money, and then Puffy said, "Don't make me expose you," and then it stopped.
Yeah.
So what did you know, Puffy? You know. So, anyways, now I believe in biblical numerology. I believe that when God gives a number, it means something. Like 7 means something. 5 means something. 12 means something. I could just go on and on when it comes to certain numbers. Like when Jesus gave an example of, he had 100 sheep, one went away, 99 were left. There was a reason why he said 100. There was a reason why he picked 12 or 120. So there's a reason why he picked 144,000. So numbers I do believe means something biblically. But I'm not going to get into that. Okay. Next question. I think this is the last one. Okay. Hey, Tony, quick question. Were you there during the DJ Quick and MC8 beef? And who do you think is a better rapper? I like these questions. Okay. Yes, of course I was there. Okay. I was there before. When I was there, it was just me, High C, Second to None, AMG, and Quick. That was it. This was before, and I say respectfully, before Sugar Free ever came around. So I think it was episode 5 on Roadium Radio. I interviewed Quick's ex-manager, Greedy Gregg, who invested all he had when he met Quick, started the studio at his house in city of Inglewood. That's where everything was recorded at. And he shopped it and got Quick a record deal with Profile Records. Eventually, he ended up managing AMG, Second to None. Second to None was signed to Profiles. AMG was signed to Select. We were the only ones out of the whole camp that was signed to Disney, a major label. Okay. Now, Quick did a demo, and the song was called Real Dope. And in one verse, he just says, I climb up in the trees for C and W to see. Yeah, that's me. That was the diss. That was it. But since he mentioned them by name, that's what started it. But it was only on a song on a cassette. And the cassette that they had, that was, according to Greedy Gregg, as the name of his ex-manager, I believe I had him here in episode either 5 or 4. He said, that was the only thing we had at the time, and it just happened to be red. Everybody thought that it was a gang-banging tape that it was red because they were Bloods. Yeah, they were Bloods, but the tape just happened to be red because that was the only tape we had laying around. And it was a demo. There wasn't no blood this, blood that, blood this by them, because what people make it out to be. So in other words, that mixtape, because of that one little tiny verse of that song, became legendary because everybody was saying it's the red tape, and he called out CMD. He was banging on CMW.
Yeah.
Well, when I heard it, I didn't think it was much of a diss, but I said this: let me put it on my mixtape, because back then they were just handing them out because they were demos. That's all they were. They were just demos.
Yeah.
So I said, let me put it on my mixtape. My mixtapes at the Roadium had such a bigger audience. So if you guys want to look for it, I was selling it. I'm not selling it right now, but it was a mixtape that we called Bullshit. And there's a song called Real Dope. When I put it on there, that's what got that song out to the masses.
Did MC8 come back with something good or not?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah?
I think he came back on his, I think it was called Music to Drive By, which was the second album. Yeah, he didn't do it on his first album. But if you look at CMW's first single, like the before the album came out, they had a single. They were in front of a fence. Okay, so the fence was in front of them. And one of the guys there was holding the fence like this. And he was throwing up the sea. And that started the whole fucking controversy, bro. You know, so that was that. So back then it was the whole blood and Crip thing on wax.
Yeah.
Okay. But now that thing is so old, you know, Quick and NC8 since have made a song together. I'm trying to remember the guy's name that he did a song with. But they recorded, they didn't do anything because nobody really knew, and that beef was just not even that big to begin with. I think it became more of a Compton thing between Bloods and Crips, between their hoods, than anything else.
Did you ever tune into the battles that they brought back, like the one with Jay-Z and Gucci?
No. That must have been what, late 90s maybe?
No. It was in 2000s.
Okay, no, then I would say no.
Man, what was that called? You know what it's called? When they go and they battle each other, like they bring rivals, like, huh? Oh yeah, versus, yeah, that. You never seen that?
Oh, you're talking about the new stuff now?
Yeah, the new.
I think
the old songs, but they brought it like. Yeah, Gucci, they had like a gang of them.
Okay, the one that I liked, to me, the one that I liked was Big Daddy Kane versus KRS-One.
Oh, all right.
That one was huge, bro. So, yeah, I saw that one. But as far as who I think is a better rapper, I think they're both dope. I don't take nothing away from either one of them. They both have a story, but I like Quick Style better. I think his best gangster song is Loped Out Hood. You know, so...
Controversial, bro. If you want to answer it, you can answer it.
Yes.
What do you think about the whole Ice Cube and the Cypress Hill thing?
Well, if you want to know the majority of it, B Real said it on his first interview here, because I questioned him about that.
Yeah.
And he did say Ice Cube stole from me.
Yeah.
He did say that. And let me tell you something. First and foremost, I truly do believe that Ice Cube is a very, very, very talented individual.
Right.
Has he took people's ideas? Of course. Of course. I know he'll deny it, because he denied it on songs when he did Cypress Hill.
Yeah.
But I know he took them, bro.
Yeah.
And this is just not told by B-Roll. This is other major black artists that have told me that he stole from me. But here's the thing, Marvelous. Say that I'm just Tony A, the rapper. I'm really a nobody. I'm up and coming. And I just happen to meet Ice Cube and I give him a demo.
Yeah.
Now he takes my whole entire fucking song. If I come out public and say he stole my song, do you think they're going to believe a nobody? You know? They're not. So,
I mean, Ice Cube's dope, but be real fucking sick with it.
Sick, bro.
Yeah, Cypress Hill's fucking with it.
But, and then what hurt B the most was when he said, he goes, I was in this man's wedding.
Yeah.
Like, I was a part of his wedding. Like, that's how we were.
Yeah.
And for him to continue just to take stuff, I just had to address him, and then that's how it all started.
Yeah.
He said he's the one that brought in Dub C. He's the one that brought in Mac 10 when it was just me and him.
Yeah.
You know, so back then they used to have rap celebrity matches. Willie D from Ghetto Boys knocked out Melly Mel from the Furious 5.
Oh, wow.
They were trying to get Quick and MC8 to do that. And Quick was with it, you know. I gave Quick the advantage because he was left-handed. But other than that, it never happened. But they were having like rap celebrity matches. And they were knocking each other out for reals.
Yeah.
You know, I think they ought to bring that back. Now, my whole point in this, I do believe it was a blood and Crip thing back then. But that's over with now.
Yeah.
You got Bloods and Crips today making money, making that bag. People don't have a problem with YG making a song with Mozzie. People don't have a problem with Mozzie making a song with Snoop. Bloods and Crips. Here's the sad part. Today, it's hard for a Chicano rapper to make a song with another Chicano rapper because there's politics involved. We are still there when they graduated and moved on. That's the problem that I have with this whole who's the best Chicano rapper thing.
Yeah.
Let's not even worry about that. Let's get along first.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Hey,
So,
Tone,
yeah. Go ahead.
You know how you were saying about Cypress Hill and West Side Connection?
Yes.
And then recently came out that West Side Connection won't ever be performing together.
Yeah.
So, but Cypress Hill is always still together. You know what I'm saying?
And why
Like,
not though?
Because of Mac 10 and Ice Cube. And the guy who brought that out was that one white guy. What's his name? He's the one that started the controversy with Swifty Blue. He's a podcaster. He's from Arizona. He's not even from out here. And he's asking a lot of controversial questions. You know, it's like, for an example, if somebody would have asked me a controversial question like, what do you think about your neighborhood and this, and that? First and foremost, what does that have to do with music?
Facts.
You know, you're not going to incriminate me. You're not going to get me to try to talk. It's kind of like Vlad asked that dude China Mac, you know, if somebody came in here and murdered me and you saw it and the cop said, did you see it? No, I was asleep. Okay. But he was trying to get him to say, yeah, I would let him know who did it. He wanted to get him to admit that he would snitch.
Yeah.
And then he asked him another question. What if there was a pedophile living next door to you? And he was bringing in kids and doing these horrible things to the kids. Would you call the cops? He said, I'll get some of the homies to smoke them. Those are all correct answers, bro.
Yeah.
But do you see what he was trying to get him to say?
Yeah.
He's trying to get him to yeah, I'd call the cop. I snitch. No, you don't do that. You know, if I saw somebody do something to someone, I didn't see anything. Police officer, mi no habla.
Yeah.
And then just catch up with them later. You know, and believe me, nobody's going to say anything because justice was done. So, are we good over there? Because we're about to take some calls. Okay, we only got a little bit because we talked a lot today. So, take about 15, 18 minutes of calls. You cool?
Do it. Yeah. Do it.
Okay. Am I connected, you guys?
Yes.
Yes.
What's see a Palia?
Okay.
You're not using Norbert's phone, right?
No.
Hope not.
No. Okay, let's go, guys. Let's go. Well, let's go. Ahmed, call in.
Oh yeah, Ahmed.
Ahmed, we're calling you out. Okay, let me see. You're gonna. Is the number up? Yeah. Okay. Give him a few moments. Let me see. We got a live chat today. Okay, let's see. Is that caller? Hello, caller. Caller.
Hello?
Yes, caller. Your name or where are you calling from? And they hung up. Let's go. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
You already know, Jay from South Texas.
Let's give Jay a hand clap. There we go. What's good, Jay?
What's up? Tony, what's up, Marvelous? Hey, Marvelous, congratulations on that first episode, man. I tried calling in, but Darby's Obama ass phone was fucking up, man.
For real. Yeah, I appreciate you, homie. Thank you, Jay.
He'll be live tomorrow.
What was he on a track phone or what?
It's
Was he
a
on a
Biden
track
phone.
Yeah, it's an old ass phone, man.
Oh, hey, Tony, Marvelous, I got a question, man. I got a question about our topic. Young generation of rappers and the old generation of rappers. Why is it that the older generation grills the younger generation for the way that they dress or the way that they, or like the way that they rap or use the N-word? Well, like what makes, I'm 41 myself, right, so I can relate with you guys. So what makes our generation the correct generation? Like, wouldn't the generation before us say the same shit about us that our generation is saying about the young?
You want to go first or you want me to answer it?
Whatever you want. Go for it, bro. Go for it.
You know what, Norbert? If you could turn him up just a little bit more, him. Okay. Here's my question. I mean, here's my answer to the question. It's when we say the generation before us said the same thing about our music. Well, there was no rap music before our generation, but I understand what you mean. You know, we had pop, we had R&B, we had rock, etc. One thing I can say different about our generation with this new generation is that our generation had talent. Okay. I think this generation, I don't believe they are, let me choose my words rightly. I think the people that laid the foundation for these new rappers to eat were very, very talented individuals that possibly didn't make any money, but they laid the foundation. Now, I think that our rap, this hip hop culture should have evolved to something great and continuously get better. I just don't feel that it's gotten any better. That's what I'm saying. That's why I say I believe our generation is better than this generation. Now, I don't want to sound like an old grumpy grandpa saying that these guys shouldn't have an opportunity. No, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying, since I like rap and I like this whole hip hop culture, I just want to hear something good. I'm not saying that it's all bad, but a lot of the shit I just don't listen to because it's all auto-tune. It's all trap beats. I just don't like the way where it's going. Is there some talented rappers out there? Yes. Not as much as these guys that are out there like, okay, look, people say that Drake's very, very talented. Wow. It's just not my style.
Right.
It's just not my style, bro. So people like Uzi Vert, people like Young Thug, people like whoever these guys, Little Pump, Tekashi. I just don't see it. But don't get me wrong, I like good rap. But if they're winning, keep winning, bro. I'm sticking to what I like until I hear something good, you know.
No, and I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm not necessarily talking about them. I'm talking about our gente, our youngsters. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers are dope, man. They might be different. Now, I've heard you say all the time, Tony, I like different.
Yes.
Yeah, you say that all the time. You got to be different. I like different. So why is this different bad or wrong? Or like, why don't you like this different?
Okay. The best way that I can answer it is this. My number 2 episode that I did on Roadium Radio was a guy by the name of Misfit Soto. When I first heard his music, I thought, yes, I thought this guy was big time different. I even told him that I could see this guy performing at like Coachella. I thought he could have took this to a whole new level. And I'm being honest because I believed his style of rap, his voice, his music, it was it. And I'm going to be honest with you, and I love the dude, but it didn't go nowhere. In 3 years, it didn't go anywhere. Does he have good songs? Yeah. But it didn't go anywhere. Why that is, I don't know. Is there other people out there like him? Yeah, I still like Mr. D. I just think he just needs the right producer. You know, but other than that, there's not too many to choose from our people, at least in my opinion, that I see that it factor. Because that's what I look for. Yeah. I don't look for slappers. I look for somebody that has the it factor. Mm-hmm. So.
Well, don't you think that we would have to like back them up? Don't like, would you say that they're lacking the support from our own gente? Is that why they're not going anywhere? Because remember, the other people are not gonna back them up or support them. So it takes us to carry them in the sense and put them out there instead of saying that they're lacking talent. Now, back in your days, if we're gonna be real, the beats were trash, bro.
Okay. I mean, you know, I'm not saying that all the rap was good. Of course, there were a lot of bad rappers, but all the good stuff that I liked, I thought the beats were amazing. You know, I mean, if you can give me a bad rap track off the top of your head, I would like to hear. What do you mean by it was trash?
I mean, all that oldie shit. You know what I mean?
Hey, Jay.
All that recycled shit. Now, I'm not talking about oldies mixed with rap. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But moving on to the language. Okay. So I hear our generation grill the chavalones a lot about using the N word. Well, could you say that the generation before us used words like vato, homes, homie, ese? Like, did they use those words?
I only heard that in the hood, bro. I didn't hear that on raps until maybe Frost came out. Cubo, aquí estoy, MC Kid Frost.
Yeah. But then that's our raza using our words. Like those are our
Right.
words, you know?
Yeah,
so there
exactly.
wouldn't be nothing wrong with that. I think the difference, bro, and I think fully what you said, I believe in that 100% that we still, no matter what, we need to support the younger generation. I don't believe that they're not talented. I believe that they actually do got talent, but it might not be in rapping. You know, some of them do. As far as the dressing or whatever, a lot of us feel offended by it because it wasn't a form of dress to fucking impress somebody. This was like a uniform. This was like we battled in this shit. We dressed like this to go fucking, gangbang. And back then the difference was we actually were living that life. We did shit that we said and we lived by a certain set of rules. We weren't out here talking about shooting people, and we never did that. We weren't talking about, being incarcerated. We never were incarcerated. You got rappers talking about prison these days, and they never been in prison. You got rappers talking about blasting fools or seeing their ops and all that, and they're not putting in work like that. They're at home playing video games.
All right.
One more thing, bro.
Go
I think that the younger generation needs to learn how to take constructive criticism, bro. If you tell them, hey, you know what, it doesn't sound that good, maybe it doesn't sound that good. A lot of people, when they're singing along to oldies, they sound good to themselves in their own fucking head. And I think that a lot of these young vatos, that's what they think too, Yeah. And they need to just be, schooled a little bit better than everybody is saying, oh yeah, you do go, mijo, that's right, put it down. Like, that's freedom and everything, but you need to be blunt with them.
Yeah. All good. Go ahead, Jay. One last thing.
Yeah. Just touching on what Marvelous said right now, and I've heard Tony say this before. Was Ice Cube a gangbanger?
No.
Was Dr. Dre a gangbanger?
No.
No. It was called reality rap, right? They rapped about what they saw.
Right.
So why do we give them? See, this is what I'm talking about. Why do we give them the pass and not our own gente? Why is it that they can rap about what they see and live around, but ours have to if you don't go to jail, you can't talk about it. Well, what if they have family members that have gone to prison and they can't talk about it?
Now let me say this, Marvelous, and you could chime in, and then we'll end it, because politics in prison are different in Texas than they are here in LA. Here in LA, sad to say that if you rap about that, you're going to get called on it. You're going to get called on it, bro.
They're not very different. I've been to prison, bro. They're not very different.
Okay.
They're not very different.
Marvelous. Is it true if I'm rapping?
I've been to immigration.
If I'm rapping about going to prison, and if I'm rapping about banging on the streets, if I'm bragging about pulling up on fools, you don't think that sooner or later somebody's gonna pull up on me and call me out on it?
Definitely.
That's the thing, bro.
Yeah, but that's the narrative that we have to change, isn't it?
Well, yeah, if you could change it, but we need you can't make a change as just one person, talking about something. That's why I say, I'm not the voice of the people. I'm just one out this colony. I need your help. Like, I can't do it by myself, and I'm not trying to represent everybody but by myself. I need Jay from Texas. Get your ass over here, homie, and help me. Tony, help me.
All good.
I got you, homie. I got you.
Norbies, put the tacos down, homie.
Yeah.
Help
All right,
me.
Jay, I got to let you go. That was 10 minutes, so.
All right, Jay.
Appreciate you, man.
Tony.
Yes, sir.
Tony. You want to hear different? Check out my boy, Alex Cantu.
Okay.
He's different. That motherfucker can rap and sing corridos.
Dope. Alex Canton. Okay. Cantu. Okay. Thank you, my bro. Okay, let's go on. I'm trying to keep the phone calls under 5 minutes, if that. Here we go. Caller, your name or where are you calling from?
Yo, what's up? This is George from Seattle, Washington.
What's up, George? How you doing tonight, man?
Good, man. What's up, Marvelous? What's up, Tony? Like the show, man. Marvelous. I tuned into your show the other day, bro. That was pretty cool, man.
Hey, thank you.
I can tell you're still setting it up and shit.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Simon. But I just wanted to say, Tony, you said earlier about that you wish you never, you should have just listened to your mom about, you know, if you have a regret, you know, or something. You said something like that about you should have just listened to your mom.
Yes.
I wanted to say something like, wouldn't that, if you would have listened to your mom, that would have put you on a different path and it wouldn't make you the man that you are today. So it's like, it's like sometimes I used to think like that, but now I'm grateful for the shit that I went through, all the struggle and all the bullshit that I put myself through. So I can't blame it on anybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just want to see what you think about that different perspective, bro.
Yeah. You know what? Here's my thing. I think I feel this way, Marvelous, because my mother's no longer here. I think that if she was here a little bit longer, because she died fairly young at the age of 63. Okay. I think if she would have lived a little bit longer, I think I would have been able to made up for some of the things that I didn't do when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I'll at least allow her to see and make her proud, if you will.
Yeah.
But you're all right. I think, yeah, maybe my life would have took a different turn, you know, but
yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, because that's the way I look at it. It's like people want to pray for, like, oh, I hope he gets out of jail and shit. You know what I mean? And I, like I said, I used to think like that, but now I'm a man now, and I'm like, nah, fuck that. Let that fool do his time, and if he comes out and he does good for himself, then good. And if he doesn't, then he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I think motherfuckers should learn like to just let motherfuckers go through whatever they gotta go through, and maybe it's in the will of God and shit for them to, you know, go through whatever they gotta go through, and you can't pay that shit away. You know what I mean? And that's their path or whatever. You know, I don't know if I'm explaining myself, but
yeah, you're saying it perfect. Homie, respect.
But yeah, man.
Okay, Carnal, appreciate you, homie. Thank you.
All right, dog. You guys have a good night. Yep.
You too. I appreciate that call. Okay, let's keep it going. We're gonna take maybe about three more phone calls.
What the heck?
Okay, who's next? Right now the lines are empty. Call in to Soul Radio. Whoa. Caller, your name or where are you calling from?
Carmine, New Mexico.
From where?
New Mexico.
New Mexico. What's good, my bro? How you doing tonight?
I'm cool. I just wanted to say that I wanted to fight Marius for some, like that guy said earlier, that was funny. But anyways, yeah, he had a good show. His first show, it was dope. And yeah, it looks like that's going to be a pretty good show there.
Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, homie.
Definitely, there is a big difference from Texas, New Mexico, California, all the prison. You know, that dude was saying that they're really all the same. They're not. Texas lets a lot of stuff slide. Like New Mexico, you'll never see a guy like that one rapper that they claim did whatever. And a lot of people love him still over there. Mm-hmm. They do that in California or over here, never. He's out right away. Just, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's
I agree.
You know, we can't. Everybody wants to say they want to stick around everybody, but now, one more thing though. I know Tony for a very long time. I don't know if he'll remember, but back in the day, he used to have a window, and when he wasn't up, I used to go to the back window to wake him up. One day I went over there to wake him up, but he was actually driving the nut.
What?
Oh, that's true.
What?
Your old music.
Oh, talking about the I'm Not Your Puppet is a verse at the last verse or high C. Okay,
yeah.
I get it.
I still listen to that today. I still listen to that today. I was just listening to that earlier.
Yeah,
That's
thank
my
you, man.
favorite jam right there.
You know.
Oh yeah. Are you ever gonna make any new music?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna have High C here next week, and we're gonna be talking about our up and coming like little reunion tour. We're gonna start performing. Our first show was in Scottsdale, Arizona, July 29th, bro.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
Bring
dope,
it
bro.
to New Mexico.
No, we're
Bring it
definitely.
to New Mexico. We got you here.
Yes, absolutely. We're definitely going to be up there, bro. Definitely. So, thank you, Carnal. I
Right.
really appreciate you, homie.
Have a good night now.
Okay, you too.
Too, homie.
Okay, let's keep it going. Let's go. We got a couple of more phone calls. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, Tony? It's Eddie from McAllen, Arizona.
What's good, Eddie? How you doing?
Hey, everything's good, man. I love the show, man. I'm just, man. I have so many questions, bro. Like, you know, like I wish I had the time to like really kick it with you and stuff. You know, like you look like a good dude.
Thank you.
Yeah. Can I spit a freestyle for you?
What's that?
Hello? Can I spit a freestyle for you?
Yeah, go ahead. Spit a freestyle, bro.
Let me spit a freestyle. Got my rhymes flowing. My vocabulary growing. No need to act like people don't be knowing. Who Mike Muscle wanna be showing? I'm freaking glowing. Please come to my show. I remember to say no to the blow. And just try to groove with the fly hoe. So you two can hook up after the show. So what? Do you know it could work for you, bro? Let's come back to make noise. It's like breaking a Rolls Royce. Fuck pleasure. Fuck all the vampiras are look good. You can suck me anytime and never get me misunderstood. Just suck my Cali wood when I'm in your hood. Cali rhymes got hip hop with mine girls, so don't sweat mine, cause he got girls on his mind. Then me and you, baby, can feel fine. Let's reminisce about the good times. Baby, you my girl. I want to give you the world. You make me my heart and sing. That's why I want to bring this thing called the beautiful wedding ring. What do you think about that, Tony? That was all right.
That was pretty good, bro. You hear that? So here's my
Thanks.
thing. I'm going to tell them to put a tomato or a fire emoji and let them judge.
All right, man.
So I appreciate you, bro.
Hey,
Thank you for having the balls to
bro,
make the calls.
Can I ask you one more question, bro?
Yes, sir.
You were speaking about that red tape earlier about the DJ Quick tape.
Yes.
I looked it up on the internet. It said it came out in 1987, right? So it's kind of trippy because like 1987, Ice-T's album Ryan Pace came out, and in Ryan Pace he talked about three things that happened in hip hop, and it was crazy. He talked about he got three things going on in that album. He got Pain, Squeeze the Trigger, and 6 in the Morning. And those were West Coast gangster rap songs at that time before gangster rap was labeled gangster rap. And he got Sex and Pimpin' Ain't Easy, but somebody got to do it. So those are the pimp songs that became of the pimp, like E40 and Too Short. And then he got the Dirty South that his album is called Rhyme Pays, and that became the next after the West Coast. Like in the 2000s, getting paid.
Yeah.
So that's crazy, But the question is, it came out in '87. So can you consider DJ Quick like one of the early founders of like gangster rap too, kind of like because he had that red album tape?
Well, yeah. I do believe that, but it didn't come out in '87. It actually came out in '89. So, and I had.
All right. Okay. All right. Never mind, man. Oh, those guys were bullshitting. All right. That's cool. Never mind.
It's all good, bro.
That's right. That's tight. Hey, babe. One more question, bro.
Yeah.
Do you have that in your collection? That red tape album?
No, I don't. I actually just have that one song where he dissed CMW, because a lot of those songs came out on that tape, came out on AMG's album or Second to None's album. So because they were demos.
Oh, that's all right. You're right. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah, because I had heard that I came on about a swap meet somewhere in the almost swap meet. There was the Death Row Sessions with DJ Quick. I don't know if you've heard of that one, but that was pretty good too. But sorry to take up too much of your time, man. But yeah, the Death Row Sessions were good. All right, Tony, man. Take it easy, bro.
You too, my bro. Thank you. All right, that was interesting. Let's go. Go ahead, Marvelous. Just laugh, bro. Just laugh. So, there we go. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, how's it going?
What's good, my brother? How you doing?
Yeah, this is Eddie from Chicago. Kind of from Chicago. I just heard Eddie from Arizona dropping a freestyle, and I was like, man, I got to tap in real quick.
Hell yeah, tap in. Let's go, bro.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna drop a freestyle, man. I just want to give a shout out to Marvelous, dropping knowledge. A shout out to you. You guys are keeping hip hop alive.
Thank you, my brother.
You know,
Thank you, bro.
man, I appreciate you guys.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it, bro. You have any other question, or you just want to give a shout out?
I just want to give a shout out to you guys, man.
Thank you, my bro. Appreciate you.
Thank you, bro, for real.
Okay.
All right.
He was calling from Chicago. So we're going to take 2 more phone calls, and it's a wrap. Let's go. Caller, your name, or where are you calling from?
JC, West LA.
JC, what's good, my bro?
What's up, fellas? Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
I had a question for Marvelous. Checked out your past podcast the other day, man, and I was just curious, are you going to do a show just on the whole Israelite with the Barata movement?
Yes, I am. In talks with 2 of the brothers from 2 camps, and yeah, we're gonna do a whole biblical breakdown, bro.
Cool. So I got a homeboy. He has a YouTube channel. It's called Bible Chronicles.
Okay.
Just want to put a plug out for the homeboy, so that's I could check it out. And we're trying to get a hold of you, Marvelous, but you're a hard man to reach, bro. And
no, hit me up on my cell phone, bro.
man.
My cell phone's on my Instagram, homie. You're more than welcome to call me or text me or whatever at a decent hour. But yeah, for sure.
All right, cool, man. Yeah, the homeboy's bringing out things that these caps aren't bringing out, bro. A lot of old references, books that people don't know about, and it just, it's for someone who's not a believer, and that we're part of the tribes, dude, you'll have your mind blown and your mind changed.
Right.
And it does something to your spirit. You know what I mean? It wakes you up.
Right.
And I feel that it's time for our people to stop playing games with all these false things that they're practicing and come back to the Most High. He uses anybody, man. He's using you guys. To bring awareness and
Right.
So
Absolutely.
I mean, what can we do? That's all we got to do. Just keep pushing and wake our people up. So appreciate the call. And again, anybody listening out there wants to check out the channel, it's Bible Chronicles channel, YouTube.
Thank you,
check
bro.
it out, and you guys have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you too, homie.
Shalom.
Shalom Aleichem. Okay, let's go. All right, let's see. One more phone call, and then we're out of here. And then we got to go into the studio. I'm recording Norbert's first album using pure auto-tune.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Caller, your name, or where are you calling from?
What's up? This is Junior calling from Modesto area.
What's up, Junior? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I got a few questions for y'all. And first, I wanted to know if you guys have ever studied Freemasonry.
I cannot say I've studied it, but I've talked to a lot of people that were once in it. And that's really the only education that I've ever had.
For sure.
Oh, me? Oh, yeah. I've studied, and I do know Masons as well, from several different lodges around here.
For sure. What do you guys think about that? You guys think it's like good for the folks, or what do you guys think?
I'm against it 100%.
I would join it.
Yeah, I agree. I believe it's just another scam, like another religion.
Yeah.
But I also think that Freemasonry is like because I kind of study this from people like Bill Cooper, Manly P. Hall. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of these guys.
Bill Cooper, I have.
Yeah. Well, these guys are really interesting, right? And they basically sparked the interest for these occult sciences. And I just got to say that Freemasonry is kind of like a gun. It's like it depends on the person. It could be used for good or bad, you know?
Yeah.
And I was also going to say that our early founders were a bunch of Freemasons. So I did a lot of research, and I was finding some research, and I seen that India's first president was also a Freemason. Not only that, Mexico's first president was a Freemason. So my thought process was like, for like Cinco de Mayo, are people really celebrating the people's freedom, or are we really celebrating a Freemason getting into office? You know?
Mm-hmm. When you say
and,
when you real quick, bro, if you don't mind me, interrupting you. What do you mean by when you say the founder, or they were the founders of what?
The founding fathers of America.
Okay, so you don't think that we were a nation of people before that, or you're just talking about the structuring part of a democracy?
Oh, definitely, because these guys put the structure in place. So how you say, yeah.
So do you believe that's a good thing?
I think it's like how I said almost. How I say it's like a gun. It could be used for good or bad.
So take this into accountability, right? You got George Washington, who was a Freemason, right? When he passed away, they found a hidden room in his household where he had a bunch of child's bones. In his secret diaries, also he talks about being with children. He used to have indigenous children, use them as step stools, so he wouldn't, when he got out of bed, his feet wouldn't be cold when they touched the wooden floor. Stuff like that. Talking about sodomizing kids, stuff like that. The rituals that they would do, and the sacrificing to Moloch as well, that they would do. So I don't know if it could be ever used for good when the main goal is the worship of Lucifer.
Exactly. You're right. And I think they're like at the highest level of Freemasonry, they're really just atheists.
So
because that's what
no, go for it, bro. My bad.
No, I'm sorry, I'm listening.
No, so like an atheist, right? An atheist wouldn't believe in nothing, right? But these gentlemen, or I don't know, you shouldn't even call them gentlemen, but these people that are with this occult, they believe in something. They believe in that darker energy. Yeah. They believe in the 9 lower realms. So they actually believe in something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All good, caller. I don't know if that was your only question, or did you have another one?
I just got one more thing in there.
Yes.
I know you guys were talking about numerology earlier.
Yes.
And I heard you say the number of the people that are going to be saved, which is going to be 144,000.
That's what the Book of Revelation
and
says.
From my studies from ancient numerology, if you do the math, basically 144,000 to the number 9, and if you study ancient geometry, you'd realize that the number 9 is actually the number of man himself. And in the Bible, it says that the number of the beast is 666, which then again, if you use ancient numerology with that number, 666 will then add up to 18, which when you add 1 plus 8 from the number 18, again, you see the number 9, meaning that the number of the beast is man himself. Until we are able to surpass that animalistic nature of man, we'd be able to bring heaven on earth. But yeah.
All good. Thank you for sharing that, bro. I appreciate that. You're actually the first person that's ever called in and talked about numerology, so I appreciate that. Okay.
Yeah, man. I'm just hoping people would go ahead and gravitate to just to study for themselves. Don't believe what other people say. I recommend people to not even believe me. I'd actually suggest them to go ahead and fact check me, because once they do that, they'll go ahead and realize that I was not lying.
No, and I agree with you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you. Okay, you want to take one more, or you want to end it right there?
You can take one more.
Okay, let's take one more phone call. Let's go. Here we go. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Tony. I'm calling from Yuma, Arizona.
What's good, Tony? You're the last caller. Make it a good one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I got a question. What do you guys think about psychedelics
I wouldn't
and
take them.
helping addiction?
Taking psychedelics and helping addiction. Me personally, I'm going off of people's experiences. There are some people that have taken them, never came back. I don't know if they took the wrong portion. I have no idea. But if it takes you somewhere that you can't come back from, I don't want to mess with it. But then again, I've never taken them, so I don't speak from experience. I'm speaking about people that have taken them for, I guess, in moderation purposes. So.
Okay, where I'm coming from is more on the ceremonial setting. You know.
Yes.
I was hooked on fentanyl for almost 4 years, and I went to an ayahuasca ceremony, and I woke up from it, and I just didn't want to touch it anymore. So
beautiful.
I guess it depends on people, you know, on each other or each person. But I had nothing but good experiences with psychedelics, you know.
Yeah.
It got me to get more into my culture, more into the native way.
Yes.
That's my I don't want to call it a religion because it's not, but that's what I follow, you know.
Yeah.
I follow the Native American culture, and it has helped me a lot, and I'm gonna be a year sober on August 10th from
Congratulations,
fentanyl,
bro.
and I don't want to know.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Go ahead, Marvelous. Ask him. Then I
know
gotta ask
Marvelous had a.
Yeah, bro. I went to the same.
Yeah, I know Marvelous had a.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you when you did the whole ceremony thing. Did you have the withdrawals that when you get from kicking?
Well, the withdrawals happen no matter what, you know.
Right.
But what happened, I just got in peace with myself.
Yeah.
And with my mind, you know.
Right.
I guess I got all my demons out, all my addiction demons when I was going on the ayahuasca journey.
Yeah.
And the withdrawals happen, and man, I don't wish that upon my worst enemy.
Nobody, bro.
It sucks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, caller, I just had one question, okay? Because I'm going to take this opportunity to learn something from you. Because I do believe that certain people have certain experiences for a reason. And if I can learn some from you so that I can share with someone else, I want to ask, how did you get hooked? And I know it's a big question, or get started with this fentanyl thing. Was it just an occasional party thing?
For me, no, for me, it was, I was a victim of big pharma, you know. I had a knee injury when I was 27, and the doctor just kept prescribing me painkillers.
That's what happened to me.
And that's how it happened. Because because I used to live in Las Vegas, I used to get them by the doctor, and I moved to Arizona, and they just cut them off, you know. So Mexico is like 20 minutes away from where I live. So I started going down there and just buying what I thought it was oxycodone at the time. But later I came to find out that it was fentanyl, and I was already like deep into it, you know?
Wow. Okay. Okay, man. Wow. You know, well, first and foremost, congratulations, and thank you for sharing that you're no longer, I guess, addicted and have been, if you will, free from that for a whole year now. So, yeah, man, thank you for sharing that experience. I've never heard anybody share something like that. So I greatly appreciate you calling in and sharing that.
Yeah, homie. Hey, I'm really proud of you.
Yeah, I mean,
for real.
Yeah, thank you. I'm proud of you too, because it's not an easy thing, you know. And I'm doing this, or you know, I talk to people about psychedelics because of what it did to me, and I have a lot of friends that are addicted to a lot of stuff, not just fentanyl, you know. And I wish they could take the experience at least to try them and see what it does for them. But yeah, I mean, I really like your show, and thank you so much for giving us all this knowledge.
Thank you, my bro. I appreciate you. Once again, I greatly appreciate you calling in and sharing that with us. So it takes a lot, because some people don't like to admit or like to share things that they've been through, and you did, bro. So thank you once again. Anything marvelous?
No, that's it. Just proud of you, homie. And my prayers and respect go out to you and your family, bro.
Gracias. Have a blessed night.
Thanks.
Okay, let's go. We're done. Norbert, Alex, we have anything? Go ahead, bro.
All right. Let's see. We have True Dog dropped $2. Tupac is not alive anymore, but he did not die in '96.
Okay.
Strange Days dropped $5 for the most high AHO. I have no idea. Memo Juarez dropped $49.99. Tacos
de lengua.
Young V dropped $4.99. I was the first caller. I just couldn't hear you. Crying emojis.
Look, whenever somebody calls for the first time, for some reason, I don't know why that is the worst connection. It's always the first one. So if it hangs up, just call right back, and then you'll get in. So.
The dude dropped $2. Was the freestyle caller Tortuga from Pueblo? Pueblo?
Pueblo. How the hell you get plebe?
It spelled it Pleblo. Okay. Pueblo. All right. Enrique Ledesma dropped $4.99. He said, "What is a Texas favorite ancient Greek tool?"
I don't know.
The pry bar. It separates the men from the boys.
All right. That it?
Yep.
Okay. First and foremost, I want to thank all the callers. I want to thank everybody who called in, everybody who took the time to get on the live chat. Somebody said, "Tony, you hanging up?" I hung up because it was the last call. Other than that, I want to thank everybody who liked, commented, subscribed, everybody who submitted the questions, everybody who donated. Other than that, like I said, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. Thank you guys. Much love, much respect to you guys. We're going to keep it pushing. We believe in educating not only everyone with whatever little knowledge we have been blessed with, but also continue to preach for the protection of women and protection of children. Especially our prayers go out to the family of the woman that God should have never have been touched in Islos. Yeah. So, Marvelous, any shout outs or anything you want to say?
Just special thanks to the team that helped me out with the video, you as well, Tony, always. A special shout out to a young man named Silver that I spoke to today. We had a very a good conversation. My respects out to that young man. He's just stay on the right track. You know what we talked about, and thank you for tuning in and showing your love and support to the whole team right here. That other person, I wanted to read their message, but it's too personal to read. But I get a lot of text messages of the impact that this show has on them, or the conversations that we have right here, and they take a lot of advice from it, and they apply it to their lives, and they have nothing but good, just good energy to give us, like thank yous and prayers and respect, and also to all the people that I do see everywhere I go. Thank you for all the love and support and respect that you do show. And just to my kids, I love you guys. And about it.
All good. Thank you. Other than that, go ahead, Norbert. You got a taco over there you want to share?
Yeah, yes, I do. Let's see. Moises Zuniga. That really his last name?
Moses Zuniga.
Drop $1.99. Arizona in the house.
Arizona in the building. Let's go.
Isaiah Chavez dropped $2.
Thank you.
Freaky Tales Friday? ?
I'm going to try. I'm going to try, honestly, because I'm going to try. So that's all I'm going to say. So thank you guys once again. Let me give a shout out to News with Norbies. We're just trying to figure out what day this week, because my schedule is somewhat hectic this week, but we are going to squeeze his cheeks in this week. Okay. Also, Alex Cervantes Enterprise. If you guys need any any
Hey, if you need a smog,
Yes.
oil change, brakes, whatever, hit me up. You know, we could work something out. If you can't bring the car to me or whatever, you know, let me know. I got proof right here. Marvelous came by for a smog.
He hooked me up. My car
oil
did
change.
a great job. Thank you very much, homie. Appreciate
Yup,
you.
hell yeah.
He'll even wash it and put
Hey.
air in your tires.
Hey, and no lie, it was fast, right?
That, really fast, bro. Better than going to the dealership. Actually.
All right, yeah, hell
Absolutely. Okay, and also let me give a shout out to my son, B-SKANLESS, and also the Hip Hop Jedi, and to our moderators once again, Magic Girl. Other than that, thank you guys once again. I want to continue to say this, that if it's not for you guys, we wouldn't be shit, honestly. So I always want to be able to say that I'm thankful and grateful that you guys actually tune in. So much love and respect to you guys. Good night. We're out of here.
Hasta la vista, baby. I'll be back.